Hey everybody, welcome back to Hex Token, your host, Superman. And we've got a special guest on today, and Jason from Property Review. And he's going to talk about the power of staking and his experience. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys will enjoy the content. Let's go. We're going to get into the chat first, say hello, of course, and then bring on our special guest, Jason from Property Review. And of course, he's an international realtor. So it's going to be really interesting to see his experience, as well as being a former radio star. So he's got a pretty creamy voice, and Jason and I are looking to do collaborations together on other channels. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoy that. So we're going to get into that. Let's see who's in the chat though. First of all, we got the Pulse player, woo-hoo-hoo! And we've got a bit of competition in the front there. We've got Dingerwolf in the house as well, and Monica. Good to see Monica there. What else? We got Hookshot as well. Let's roll. Absolutely, we're going to roll. Francis in the house as well. Woo-hoo-hoo! We're all excited. It's now in the house. What a champion. Now, it's been helping Island 369. So we're going to be looking at a video of that later on. You guys are going to love it. This is going to be Hex Staking Maxi channel today. Everything about Hex. But hey, tomorrow I have a very special video on a Pulsechain ratio trading. Look forward to that. It's going to be absolutely stellar. And you're going to see a few new things, I think. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And so stay tuned for that. But we've got Francis in the house as well. Good to see you, Francis. I love Jesus. Hello. Always good to see you in the chat there as well. And obviously, we'll have more people join us as we get onto the live stream. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. All right, we've got a Hexy GT in there. Hexy time. It is Hexy time. And Hex pumping again. New high, says Michael. Absolutely. Hex price is looking good. We're going to check that out later in the live stream. So stay tuned for that. It is looking good. And of course, Richard Hart has put out the call to get the sacrifice balances. Check them. That can only mean one thing. He wants to wrap those up. He wants to wrap up those sacrifice balances. He wants to start to move to the staging process. And of course, who knows? We could get the block height soon. We could get the launch, of course. We still don't know. We've still got a few random cards there. We'll talk about that later in the live stream. Today, of course, is about the power of staking. We're going to get into that. So let's bring on our special guest, Jason. And of course, I'm your host, Superman. So Jason, hello, welcome. First time you ever met Superman? No, it's not. We're actually doing collabs together, so it's good to have you on the house there. Let us welcome on Jason from Property Review, international realtor. So let's get into it. Hey,
this is the first time I've talked to a superhero, to be honest. I'm quite privileged.
Superman, the superhero of Hex, of course.
That's right. What's happening on the green screen? Is it playing up today? I think it is.
The green screen's a little bit psychedelic there, but that's fine.
Notice it's on the superhero side, the Superman side.
Yeah. We'll have to jump to the crop that. How about that? Hey, the power of Superman is in the house. Superman can absolutely kick butt, of course, and that's the way we do it.
Well, it's a privilege to be on here, Superman. Privilege to be on, and my Hex days, I've really enjoying it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to be doing collaborations with you, Jason, because obviously you're a former radio star and, of course, an international property realtor. Tell us a little bit about yourself from that point of view.
So 10 years in radio, and then in property for, I don't know, 20 or something. I'm only about 19, so I don't know how I fit it all in. But
that's how'd you fit that in? That's amazing.
Yeah, I dyed the hair grey. It's not real. But
yeah.
But no, it's good to. I watch your show all the time and really enjoy it. So.
Yeah, it's appreciated. So you reached out to me, and you've got some amazing skills. And we talked about doing collaborations together. So we've just started to ramp up Inflation Nation, which we're just going to build over the next few weeks. And of course, you've got your own channel that you've started recently, Property Review. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do there? Should we jump over to your website?
Yeah, feel free. But the Property Review, yeah, I just wanted to review some of the amazing properties in the world, and there are some incredible ones. And some of this crypto gang here, I mean, they're going to be buying into some of this in time. So yeah, it'll be pretty exciting for them to convert that crypto into amazing real estate, some top properties.
There's a lot. You've sold a lot of big properties around the world. I think you told me you worked in London, places like that.
London, yeah, Australia, and New Zealand. So I got around a little bit, but New Zealand not so much, but Australia and London for sure. Been involved
so what
in
was
selling
London like? Because obviously London's one of the great international cities. You're selling property there.
Good. That's how I did the New Zealand property. We went to Dubai and marketed New Zealand there and Australia.
Good.
So.
Oh, so you've been in Dubai selling properties as well. So you truly are an international realtor.
That's I try.
Crazy.
I try. I try.
So obviously you've got this. You've started up this YouTube channel, Property Review. What sort of stuff are you doing on there?
So mainly focusing on 90210 Beverly Hills, a little bit of Florida, West Palm Beach, that sort of thing, and then looking at Eastern European countries as well, and into London and all other places, Paris and more.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, should we have a look at your YouTube channel and check that out? Let's pull it up on the screen there. Bam. There we go. That's your YouTube channel there. That's looking pretty good. Some of those properties look absolutely sensational. And of course, you're looking at covering that. So, hey, by the way, if you're watching this channel, you're into property, the link to this channel is in the video description at the top there. Property review with Jason. And of course, you can subscribe to that channel, get into it. And of course, if you are really into property, into luxury property in particular, he's covering some of the very best properties around the world. So he goes through that. So Jason, can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, pretty much. We're going to be doing some Australian on-site stuff as well in this inside Australian mansions. So that'll be happening.
So you're going to be doing some like flyovers and things like that, are you?
Yeah, for sure. But no, it's exciting. It's just such an exciting market right around the globe. So, but I need to hexify the channel a little bit, don't I?
You do. You probably need to put a little bit of hex bling bling around the channel.
Needs a bit of pulse on it. Needs a bit of pulse
as well. Yeah. Well, we're going to get onto that. So if you want to subscribe to hear more from Jason on Property Review, obviously an international realtor experience, and of course covering all these properties around the world. Some of them are absolutely stunning, and of course Jason goes through those. You can subscribe in the link in the top of the video description. Share the channel around as well. You know, a lot of people that are into property. A lot of people love property. Then hear from the experts as well. Hey, we're going to jump on to the Hex topic because that's the main topic, Jason. So let's get on to it. Let's hear a bit about your experience with Hex, first of all.
So I jumped in when it was about less than a cent and was pretty excited about it. Didn't know much about it at all, and then started studying, watching Richard Hart, watching your channel, and just getting some knowledge from that point of view. And I guess the thing I've enjoyed the most was the staking, because getting the T-shares was just extraordinary. And I looked at XRP. I was fiddling with XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Wow.
And what also excites me is that the founder, Richard Hart, has solved the Ethereum problem. And that's, I kept coming up against gas fees all the time. It was very frustrating. That was the only downside.
So you had high gas fees. What about, did you have any
sometimes you just get shocked. You'd get on there and go, oh my gosh, what the heck is this? I'm only taking out this much money and I'm having to pay this much in gas fees. So it's really awesome. And I see Pulse going to the sky. I mean, that thing's going to do well.
Yeah, I think it's going to really soar. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
So what have you done? So you ended up buying some Hex. You staked your Hex, and I think you said you did a staking letter. Is that right?
Yeah, so I did 6 months staking, and it's worked really well. At the time, I had no idea what to do. I thought maybe I would do, just try and get as much as I could and stick it all in this end and copy what everyone else is doing. Like I said, XRP and Bitcoin, all the stuff people are doing, just chasing money. They're just chasing it and speculating and all that. And I thought, oh, this is tiring. I really don't have the time to do this. And then the staking, and I thought 6 monthly, that'll work out well because then it can mature. I can watch it, monitor it. And the T-share benefit has been great. So it's just exciting to see every day that Hex growing, regardless of the price. Price doesn't bother me particularly.
Right. So you're just in for the long term, let the price do its thing, sit back and relax while you're staking.
Yeah, I have no connection to Richard Hart or anything, but I'm going to give a big endorsement on the whole product. Look, it's got to be the best, doesn't it? Because look at how well he's formulated it. So the staking and the whole stay committed and build a great community, and that's what I love about it. It's really different than everything else, you know. You
talked about having a staking ladder. That means you've got some stakes set up in the future as they come out every often.
I think I'm up to 7 years of every 6 months. Yeah.
Okay.
And
wow.
So far, it's worked really well.
That sounds tremendous. Yeah.
It just seems really sensible. I mean, it's just sensible and it's just enjoyable, and I've been happy with the performance and how it behaves. But so the T-shares.
Some of your stakes, you'd be getting about 38% on some of those annual percentage returns.
Yeah, it's doing really well. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. And then that doesn't include price appreciation, right? So on top of that.
Yeah. So the future's bright. It's just, sticking with it. And as I said, channels like yours, Superman, just keep us all in and we're excited, and it's just such a different perspective on crypto, such a different perspective, which what makes it exciting, because you're in a team, you know.
So in Hex, you have the rewards, you have inflation, and you get some penalties when people don't keep to their staking commitments, and so you get some of that reward. But there's also T-shares, which basically divides up that rewards that you get. You had T-shares. Did that concept of T-shares, that share of that reward, did that confuse you at all with T-shares?
At first, I had no idea what they were talking. I had no idea what it was about. No, I had no clue. Once I worked it out, I realized, oh my gosh, I wish I'd bought more. You know.
Yeah. Well, with the T-share rate going up all the time, it's harder to get T-shares, right? So it's going to be amazing. But the cool thing about T-shares also creates an equal opportunity over time as people enter in. The T-share rate for people getting in now will be better than the people getting in the future. The people getting in the future will be better than the people getting in the future before that, because it basically, on average, equivalates compound returns over time. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good. So it's a really rounded product. Love the roundedness of the whole thing.
So you're enjoying the passive income over the next 7 years. You've got a beautiful return, 38%. You got potential for price appreciation. Obviously, you've got to ride through the prices, but you said you don't really care about that.
No, don't think about it. Don't let it bother me. Maybe I'm taking a Richard Hart approach.
Yeah.
You know, the diamond hands thing, and just the whole take it easy. Enjoy what the community is doing, enjoy what the investment's doing. You know, from my point of view, I just really enjoy it. As I say, it beats everything else. So it's really good
fantastic
to be in.
So
we're on
Pulse
is exciting. Yeah.
Always exciting. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's hard not to be too exciting. And of course, we're going to get a copy on the Pulsechain. You excited about that?
Pulse is freaky, because that's going to solve the ETH problem. Right. That's my view. That's a problem. Richard's fixing it. I mean, what a great thing to come up with. Invent something that fixes a problem. You know, that's the way you want to be, and you want to be invested in that, don't you?
Yeah, I really feel Richard really is a leader in fixing problems, right? He finds a problem and he wants to solve it, and he gets everybody on board to make that happen. You know, he's a real, we're going to make this happen. A real, can we do it? Yes, we can kind of guy. It's pretty impressive. First of all,
and in history, all the people who make money are the people who fix problems, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So this is pretty cool, hex.com, and it's pretty easy to follow. Of course, you can learn how to buy, of course, clicking the top right button. It shows you how to buy. You get a MetaMask, you buy some Ethereum into that MetaMask wallet, of course, and then you can swap it for Hex on Uniswap at the moment, and of course, or ETH Hex here, and then you can just stake it. So 4 simple steps. How did you find that process of setting up your stakes?
Videos helped. Helped with that. Once I got the hang of it, it was a little bit tricky at the beginning. Once I got the hang of it, you know, I now see it as ordinary life. But
yeah, you were relatively new to crypto, were you? So you said you were looking at Bitcoin.
Yeah, bit of a rookie. Yeah, bit of a rookie. Just messing around with Ripple.
Having your own wallet.
What was that?
Was it a bit weird being your own bank and having to set up your own wallet, as it were, your own bank account with your MetaMask wallet?
Yeah, I was worried about security and triple checking everything. That was a big thing for me.
So you looked at security, got security good. Nice.
Yeah, so I've been very cautious with that, and you know, and like you said on your show, you know, careful how you talk to people about your private finances and things like that. It's really important.
That's right. Not give out your private keys, your seed phrases, things like that, your passwords. Yeah, keep it offline most of the time and all that sort of stuff. Have a treasure or leisure, things like that. Hard wallets and stuff. Yeah, good security practices. Watch out for phishing scams on websites and stuff like that. It's very good. So cool. Okay, that's Hex.com. Should we look at a few things in the Hex ecosystem that I think are pretty powerful and give not just can you buy Hex and stake Hex and earn an amazing return of say 12-13% for a year, 38% for a 6.5 year stake, or even more for longer stakes. There's so much transparency around the blockchain. Now, when people stake, we often categorize them in these staker leagues. You know, you got whales and sharks and dolphins and squids. That really just says how many T-shares they've got as a percentage of the total T-shares. And of course, a lot of people are moving through those ranks all the time. We have different increases of these people as they buy and stake Hex. But of course, when you go to actually stake Hex, you come to go.hex.com. Did you use this site?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. This site's pretty easy. Obviously, you just put the amount of Hex in, and then you put the days in that you stake, and that's pretty cool. Did you find that pretty easy?
Yeah. This is really clear. Yeah.
How'd you find the fact that you had some bonuses when you stake? Longer pays better bonus and bigger pays better bonus. Did that make sense to you?
I mean, seriously, it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, you get effective bonus up to 10 years. You were getting 200%. So you said that you're doing about 7 years, which is a pretty good long-term stake. That's longer than the average with the longer period. Obviously, T-share is going to be a lot less than them too. So your rewards were going to go up. So you must be being very excited about that.
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. I'm a big advocate for it. A lot of people out there don't understand what we're doing, but that's fine. And a lot of people are jumping on. I mean, with channels like yours, people are jumping on, and that's great. Yeah, so it'll make it more popular. So it's building. We all know that. It's all building up, so it's good.
It is building up. It is building up. And the fact that at the moment you can get 2 for 1 at the moment, if you think about it with the Pulsechain airdrop, that's going to be absolutely incredible. The other thing, of course, is you got longer pays better, bigger pays better. And then, of course, in Hex, we have this thing called the share price. Was that confusing to you?
That was confusing at the initial point because I didn't understand why I was getting free stuff. And I couldn't work out why I was getting free stuff.
You're talking about the stake bonuses here, the longer pays better?
Yeah, and the T-shares. Just the whole thing. I just couldn't understand that, why Richard was helping me out. And
well, do you understand that now in terms of it's really trying to get people to stake their Hex and get Hex off the market?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but in return, you get rewards. You get rewarded for doing that delayed gratification, right? You get rewarded with the high APY return at 38% if you're doing 6.5 years. So basically, when you put your Hex in, you get these effective bonuses. These longer pays better, bigger pays better bonus. That gives you your effective Hex, including the bonuses when you stake. And then, of course, you divide that by the share rate. And, of course, that gives you the number of T-shares. And your T-shares determine how much of the daily inflation and penalties that you get. So that's kind of your rewards there. So the T-share rate's always going up and to the right as people make returns. That goes up every day. Not every day, but most days. So it's pretty powerful a way of doing it. So that really is kind of the magic, that T-share rate there, in terms of making it an equal opportunity type of product. And, of course, the bonuses help get people to stake longer, and that reduces inflation over time. So it's a pretty powerful product. And I guess you'd probably check out your active stakes every now and then, do you?
Yep, keep an eye on it. Keep monitoring and keep an eye. Yep.
So what sort of things, when stakes come up, what do you think about when you have stakes every 6 months come up? Do you look and see the market and say, do you just restake, or how do you play that out? Do you just...
With Pulse Sacrifice, that was a pretty obvious decision. Anything that came out of here was going straight into the Sacrifice.
So you've sacrificed for Pulse, have you?
Yeah, it was a straightforward answer to that one.
Did you find it hard letting go of the Hex at the time because Hex is so precious?
Yeah, I don't like to sell any of this product. Really.
So
anything else I've got, I don't care. I don't mind. Dropping
exciting.
it.
So you've got Hex and you're excited about Pulsechain. We've done the sacrifice, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess you're probably mostly happy about the ETH feeds because they're going to be solved on Pulsechain, and that's going to be exciting.
They are a pain in the bum.
They are a pain in the bum. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to make money, and then I'm paying all this money, and I'm like, what am I doing here? What am I doing paying this money to these guys? Who are these guys?
Yeah, you're paying it to miners on ETH chain. Yeah.
Who's this guy driving around in a sports car somewhere?
Let's have a look at some of the Hex returns here. This is on hexgraphs.com, which is wonderful. You can actually see sort of some of the global statistics for everybody staking. You got unstaked Hex versus staked Hex. So if you've got Hex, Hex is designed to stake, right? It's designed to get in a good APY. So you'd have to give generally a good reason to have some unstaked Hex if you think about it. And you can see the difference in return over time from when Hex launched back in December 2019 to the current period now, 20th of April. You can see how dramatic this is. Really is pretty
What
big.
A no-brainer. Yeah.
Yeah, 200,000% to 436,000%. So staking really does, more than double your returns. Particularly at this one here, does include big payday, but it is pretty amazing.
Imagine walking into your boss's office and saying on Monday morning, can you go from 201,000%? Could you give me 436,000%?
Yeah, you'll be lucky earning anything like that in the bank, that's for sure.
Yeah, the boss at work will just point to the door and send you out.
Yeah, get out, think you're gone crazy mad, yeah. The other cool thing, you were talking about the fact that you set up your staking ladder and you just sort of stake at Hex and relax. That's kind of what this picture is talking about, sitting on the beach. You're not sitting on the beach, are you?
No, in the office today.
You're in the office, nice. So this one here is just showing the percentages as well, just staking, relaxing there. And of course, this is the one we use for the thumbnail, the power of staking with Hex, which is pretty amazing. And you can see that's on the linear scale too, with the inflation, so pretty cool. We got the Truth Engine with staking rewards. So a daily amount of inflation that's being minted by the ecosystem. You can see it's still relatively low there, daily inflation there, and millions of Hex, so still relatively low there. And of course, that's because a lot of Hex is deferred into the future, right? So because people are staking 6.5 years, much that's deferred so far in the future. Pretty crazy. And of course, there is now Staker app as well. Do you use such Staker app?
No.
Yeah,
I must be too old school.
On your app application.
Oh, wait a second. No, I do have it.
Staker app on your phone.
Am I sounding old, everyone? Am I sounding old?
Don't show it on the screen. Don't show it on the screen.
No, I was just going to have a look to check my... Now I'm sounding like an old person. Yes, I've got it on there. Of course I do. I just like my laptop more for managing it.
You're right, laptop. It's actually safer to have to manage on a computer than it is compared to a phone. There's a lot more tech vectors on that. So
the phones I find a bit unstable, so I'm not that.
Right. So as we know that about 9.7% of Hex is actually staked, and so the inflation's pretty. For that, when we talk about inflation, really it's kind of that the stakers get paid the inflation in Hex. So when there's only a small percentage staked, maybe 10%, it's like around 36%. So pretty amazing. If 100% was staked, 3.69%, that's the inflation rate. That'd be the return. So it's pretty terrific that there's only about 9.7% there staked there. It's actually less at the moment. And of course, the rate's higher as well at the moment. So about 38% or so. So pretty cool. And of course, what the cool thing about this chart is that if there was only 1% staked, you'd have a 369% return up to that point. So that's pretty crazy, theoretically anyway. You got the Hex staking bonuses, which is pretty neat over time. And of course, staking deep dive there too. And of course, there's some cool tips in here about staking. Obviously, longer pays better, bigger pays better. Having a good staking ladder. It sounds like you got all that going, Jason. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Obviously, mathematically, the best results are for staking 5,505 days, and you keep that share rate locked in for 15 years. It's pretty amazing. Obviously, the share rate's going up all the time. But you sound like you're pretty set there. So I guess when your stakes do come up, you probably decide, see how things are going at the stage, and you decide either to reinvest them. I guess Pulsechain's coming up there. If you had a stake coming out, you might end up bridging that over or just leaving it there. It's going to be interesting. You got any thoughts on strategies around Pulsechain?
I've got a stake coming out of Hex, and I'm leaving it liquid at the moment.
Cool. So you're just still thinking about the strategy, yeah?
Get the copy, and then I'm going to probably buy Pulse with that later. So
you're probably thinking about liquid ratio trading at Pulse. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We've got also a few other things, of course. We've got daily Hex stats, and that gives us a lot of cool details. This is probably the best site out there if you think about it. It really does give you all the details about what's happening global with the Hex. And of course, at the moment, to get a T-share for a T-share, $3,856 at the moment. And that T-share rate, 21,718. So it's really starting to climb over time. Never relents. So it's pretty cool to get your T-shares earlier, get them today than in the future. It's pretty good like that. The other thing,
I'd still jump in now if I was starting now. I'd certainly.
Definitely. I mean, the fact is the supply is really starting to move off the market, and you get 2 for 1 at the moment with Hex. It really is pretty amazing. That 38% APY, look at that consistently high, is amazing. And of course, the T-share rates. We talk about T-shares. Number T-share at the moment, 10.6 million T-shares, and that's declining all the time. We do have big stakes lately. We've had the Hex Goldwell stake. We've had the Maximus stake, which was about 294 million. We've obviously, it's really getting rare. Well, obviously, we forget about this. We had the Pulsechain Sacrifice, as you know, from last year, and we had the Pulse X Sacrifice, something like 5 billion off the market with that. So that's stuff that could have got staked. It won't get staked now. So it really is quite amazing, the amount of T-shares. And of course, that reward pool is getting split amongst these T-shares. And T-shares stands for trillions of shares for those that are out there. And man, oh man, it's going to be fascinating to watch the T-share rate over time. T-shares is the main game in Hex. And of course, I guess you'd like to protect your T-shares there, Jason.
Oh, absolutely. Love them. Yeah. What a great invention.
Yeah,
I was going to say too, a lot of the guys on your channel, guys and gals following your channel are probably significantly more experienced than me. And that's good because they're contributing and putting comments and that sort of thing. But just saying to the ordinary people out there, like me, it's just really good. And you get educated on these sort of channels. So it's great.
No, it's great to have you on, Jason. It's very, very cool. So we're going to move along from here. We can see that the wallets at the moment are growing. So a lot of people are onboarding themselves on Hex staking, picking up some Hex and staking here. We've got 88 stakers yesterday. And of course, the wallet growth is number of people with Hex in their wallets increasing like 500, 428 last couple of days. So, and Pulsechain's not even launched and we're getting these sort of numbers. It's going to be super exciting to see adoption over time. You can see what this over 450,000 wallets that have held Hex. There's almost 300,000 that are holding some amount of Hex. And of course, the stakers, over 92,000 stakers, heading up towards 100,000. So it really is growing. And Pulsechain is going to supercharge this growth for Hex. I guess you're pretty excited about that.
Excited about all of it. I'm trying not to sound like a salesman because I don't own this. I don't own this organization, but I sound like it. I think it's the radio voice. I think that's what it is. But no, I just love it. Yeah, it's great.
We've got some of the T-share prices here just going up and to the right for the most part, but definitely is a good place to get in on T-shares at the moment, especially if longer pays better. You can get that much cheaper. We've also got the adoption going up and to the right, so it's really growing. Hex is growing leaps and bounds. T-share rate keeps going up and to the right. And of course, the daily payout per T-share. And this is what people really care about when they stake the Hex. What daily payout are they getting? And of course, look at some of these results are just fantastic. Every single day, you get your sleep and you're getting this payment. Have you always wondered about that, Jason, about the fact that you just go to sleep at night and you're earning Hex on your T-shares?
I think you explained it once on your show, and I clicked big time because you take it for granted, like everything in life. You take a lot of things for granted, and then
we've got a bit of a slang term for it, but Hex. Some people talk about Hex being like a money printer. It's probably not the best terminology, but it definitely says that you sleep during the night and your T-shares are working for you, and 24/7. It's pretty powerful stuff. And every 24 hours, you get paid. You get paid that Hex per T-share, and you don't have to do anything. It really is pretty marvelous.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this chart here at the bottom here just shows you all the stakes that are coming out over the next 15 years or so. It is absolutely incredible. Wow, all the way up to 2037, Jason. Isn't that incredible?
It is.
Yeah.
Some good planning there.
That if you had some good advice for people today, if they're going to buy and stake Hex, what would be one or two things that you would tell them, I guess, from your experience and what you see coming on in the future with these stakes?
I'd probably say, I'd just talk T-shares again because that's the miracle of it to me.
Get them now. Get them well. Yeah, get them cheaper.
It's still good buying. Still good buying, and so it's great. Yeah.
Obviously, people are also going to get a copy on the Pulsechain, so it's 2 for 1 at the moment.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And the other thing, of course, if they were going to do some stakes, they've got some nice gaps. You can find the gaps on this chart and put your T-shirt, get your stakes out, maturing between these big candles so that you haven't got a lot of stakes around. So that's the cool thing about Hex. It's so transparent, and you can plan out your passive income that way by putting your staking ladder and investing at different periods of time. It really is quite cool. So I think that's pretty nice. So you can see some of the stuff there. That's all the way out past 2037. It is incredible how far the T-share. This project is a long, multi-generational project, and I guess you're pretty excited to be part of it, Jason.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said, Pulse being a solution for ETH, what a genius,
Yeah, it is. It is. It's profound. Pulsechain coming up. It's going to be amazing. Of course, we can see Pulsechain on pulsechain.com. And of course, it's got a lot more than just helping get gas fees down, right? It's going to be supercharged on so many different levels. Really, it's going to change the game in crypto. Yeah. Well, let's jump to the Hex price, see what that's at the moment, because it seems like it's been rebounding, trying to hit this 20 cents. Do you watch the chart, Max, or do you just sit back, like you say, and just relax and see what just get paid?
Sorry, guys, but some days for 2 weeks I won't look at it. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry for my lack of enthusiasm.
But that's exactly the way Richard Hart looks at it, right? Just get your T-shares, sit back, and relax, and just spend time in the market. So you don't have to trade. Trading can be stressful. Watching the chart can be stressful. Maybe you got family and friends to spend more time with. You got more.
I think I went for a month without checking it once.
Oh, so, wow, that's fantastic. And you must get a surprise every time you come back to your stake wrap or this or that.
I just go, wow, that's still doing its job. Wow,
that's
and I'm
fantastic.
Out doing something else. It's really good.
Yeah. Hey, so if you haven't got Staker app to look at your stakes, the link is in the video description if you want to join Staker app. And of course, they've got version 2 coming out soon. So I thought I'd just let people know about Staker app. It's a great way of seeing your stakes there. And the second version looks very space age, so it's going to be pretty cool to see that. So pretty neat. Hey, it looks like the Hex price is rebounding off 16.8 cents here after a little bit of a pullback up to 20 cents, moving up to 18.8. So that's looking pretty attractive, especially when the crypto markets were down overnight due to the bond rates going up and the interest rate rises. So that's pretty neat. We were watching that. Hey, I just wanted to, I thought the fact that because you've just given us a bit of idea about your experience, I thought we would look at one of our community's videos, Get Hex. So Get Hex Island Life 369 posted a video, and of course that was retweeted out by Gen Hex Craig Wedding on Twitter. So I thought we'd check that out because this just shows some of the excitement. We've heard from Jason about his excitement with staking Hex and the staking ladder and just sitting back and not have to think about it, and it just keeps doing its thing. And I thought we'd see this one from Get Hex. And if this particular video, Jason, is 8 grandchildren getting their Hex stakes. Can you believe it? A whole new generation. Wow. So we just looked at this chart with people having stakes out to 2037, and these young grandchildren about to get their own Hex T-share stakes. Isn't that beautiful? It really is pretty amazing. Yeah. And a big shout out to It's Now as well, helping on board. Must be like 60 people now. And of course, It's Now is the foreman of our chat here on Hex Token channel. So a big shout out to It's Now as well. So a big shout out to both Get Hex and It's Now for this one. Let's play the video and add this into the stream.
Hi, Anita here from Get Hex. Hi, say hi. Anita here from Get Hex and On Life 369. Oh yeah, it's Mother's Day this weekend. We're just doing a quick little video to thank the Hex community and Now for setting up some stakes for myself and my granddaughters for their grandkids, which I have 8 of. So we're going to do a pre-recording of us doing just one of the stakes because there's 8, and we'd just like to thank everybody, and Tarika's got something to say.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Hex community and to Now, and we're so appreciative, and thank you from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of all my sisters and their kids. So we really appreciate it. So I'll just turn the camera around so you guys can see what we're doing.
Mum's got it loaded.
Mum's got it loaded, okay? Here we go.
Shush now. So I've got the 500 for the 555.
Yeah.
Just got it on that. I'm ready to go. And we're doing one stake.
So this is just one of the 8.
One of the 8. And here we go.
Okay, ready? Stake.
Happy Mother's Day!
Hang on a minute.
It's thinking.
No, this is for the gas fees.
Oh, the gas fees. Okay.
Accepting.
Confirm.
Sorry, I got a dog in my hand. And it's cheap gas fees at the moment. It's 27. So.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
It's thinking. It's thinking. 1 of 8.
Oh, this is Australian internet for you. It's really slow.
Happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Mother's Day.
Yes, Kobe, we know.
Happy Mother's Day.
Okay, there we go. Staked.
Yay!
Woohoo! Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Hex community, and thank you, Now.
Turn it back around.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Bye. Say thank you.
Thanks for the stay.
See you later.
So that was a really, really cool video from Get Hex, and of course, 8 grandchildren are now Hexicans. So they're like you, Jason, like me. They're all Hexicans now. They may be a fraction of our age, but of course they've got a lot to look forward to as their Hex shares continue to earn Hex every single day while they're at primary school, at high school. You name it, it's going to be going for 5,505 days. They're going to be earning Hex. And they're part of this long life journey. It's going to be amazing.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day too. Yeah, definitely. Sounds like the kids were pretty excited in the background there, as kids will be. Kids will be kids. So that's the way it goes.
And look at the enthusiasm of the grandmother. Just fantastic. The enthusiasm. Investing for grandkids. Great.
Yeah, Get Hex rocks. So pretty amazing. And a big shout out to It's Now for helping to onboard people. It's Now is like all guns there. So a big shout out. All right, so that was pretty cool. Hey, Jason, I appreciate you coming on board. I know you have to leave now, so I really appreciate it. And of course, if you want to see more of Jason, you can see on the property review. If you're into property, he'll be reviewing that. And of course, he's going to be doing a collaboration with me, continuing building up another channel, and we'll talk more about that in future live streams. Of course, Inflation Nation. So awesome stuff. Hey, Jason, thanks for popping in.
That's all right. Nice to see you guys.
We'll catch you next time.
Thanks very much, Superman.
Cheers. All right, very cool. I hope you guys liked that. That was pretty cool. We're going to get into some of the comments in the chat there. We're going to jump over to the Hex chart here. But before we do that, of course, if you're new to Hex, you're wondering what Hex is, you maybe heard a bit about Hex here. You can find the links in the video description to hex.com. And of course, you can click the help button at the top there. And all you have to do is follow this process to get some Hex and stake it. And of course, it's pretty easy. At the moment, of course, you're going to get a copy of all your Hex that's on Ethereum that you buy and stake, and you'll get that copied over to Pulsechain. It is currently a 2 for 1 deal. Pulsechain is going to be like Ethereum, and of course, you'll get a copy over there, and you can basically switch between Ethereum and the Pulsechain. Those are 2 blockchains, and of course, you're going to have double the stakes if you think about it as well. So, very good time. You have found Hex at a very good time in its life cycle there. So pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Once again, do your investment due diligence. Nothing on this channel is investment advice, but it was a pleasure to have Jason come on from Property Review Show and give his experience. Really was a pleasure. All right, so we're going to get into the second half of the live stream, of course, which is to talk about prices. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Let us get into some of these. We're going to close down some of these websites here and get on to the Hex price and a few other prices as well. But before we do that, we'll get into some of the comments there and catch up to where we were. So we've got the Pulse player in the house. Woo! Excited. Hookshot as well. Let's roll. Well, we rolled pretty well, I thought. Jason was a wonderful guest on the channel. Stanel's in the house there as well. Excited. Francis says hello. Good to see you, Francis. And Hexy time and get Hexy GT. Nice. Hex back pumping again. New high. Yes, looking tremendous. 18.7 cents. It's showing the super arm. I think that also Richard Hart, of course, asking people to check the sacrifice balances. That seemed pretty adamant about, hey, he wants to wrap those up. And of course, we know what that means. That means we're getting so much closer to a Pulsechain live. And of course, we're looking forward to that. Very cool. We got a few comments as well. Let me go through here. We got Ace555 in the house. G'day all. Hey, good to see Ace. We got Francis in there. Hey, good to see you, Francis. Hex Hoddle in the house. Hey, y'all. Brennan says, oh man, whoever watched Wales stream today, that got me so bullish, says Brennan. That's awesome. Yeah, they're probably doing some quant analysis on there. And a J-Pon in the house there. Yo, bro. Hey, good to see you, J-Pon. We've got lots of hearts from Francis. Francis is excited. So Francis definitely must have watched some pump stuff there. Whale Stream mentioned you, says Hexodol. Oh, really? Hopefully it was, I don't know I haven't watched that. It's a long show. Well, they're on about 3 hours. That's pretty cool. Hello, all. Hex, EHEX, PLX for the win. Lies beneath. That's the ultimate strategy, of course, if you want to pump your bags. That's the way it goes. So cool. And it's now. Yeah, it's now was amazing. Doing great job onboarding people. If you want to get into Discord, links in the video description. You can get into Discord here. We're heading up to 350 members. And of course, this is a Richard Hart Maxi channel. We talk about Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex, of course, as we have done today. And of course, we'd like to talk about all the projects that are coming onto Pulsechain as well, because there's so much innovation. And of course, it's a great way to discuss the pros and cons of everything there too. So very, very cool. We look at both the utility of the projects as well as the fundamentals. So there's a general chat for Richard Hart tokens there, and of course for Pulsechain projects that are we contend a little bit more riskier, and airdrops. We put that in the new tokens so you can join up, get into the discussion. We've got useful links at the top here and video tutorials. So they're really, really, really cool. So get into that. What else we got? Brennan says, "G'day from Australia. Good to see you, Brennan. Listening while driving," says Get Hex. A nice one, Get Hex. We do appreciate you giving us that video, because that man, it does give a lot of the spirit of Hex, and so many, eight grandchildren becoming hexagons. That is really, 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 really brilliant. So hats off there. And g'day. I was so glad that the gas fee was low, because obviously the best time for gas fees is typically Sunday between 1 and 3 a.m. UTC time. That's 1 and 3 a.m. UTC time. It's typically the best time for gas fees and on Sundays. So it's not always, of course, that's just the typical time, but definitely getting lower gas fees really does help. Obviously, Pulsechain is going to solve that, and we're going to have a good time over there. But nevertheless, both Ethereum and Pulsechain will be operating, so it's going to be a good time. Having two Hex stakes is a beautiful thing. And so that much. Hey, it's now. It's in house there. Get Hex says awesome. And Lies Beneath says subbed. Nice one, Lies Beneath. What else we got? Brendan says, "I like this guy already because he holds Hex." Yeah, that's true. Sub says now. Nice one. So subbing in proper review. Very, very cool. And Morris is in the house as well. Woo-hoo! Hex Token. Good to see Morris in the house. A Hex Token channel member as well. And of course, the price is pumping again. So it's a good time to be on board here. Hey, I may end up doing a price live stream later on today. If that price starts to attack 20 cents, you know how I roll. I'd love to do price videos, because hey, it's just like it's a bit like the blood flowing through the veins, kind of thing. It's kind of very exciting. Hexalorian in house. I hope the world is listening. Absolutely, me too. And a Gwei 33, good deal. I've picked some up some ETH at 104 months probably. Let's have a look at the Gwei. 26 Gwei at the moment. Very good time for gas prices, and of course it's Thursday or Friday, depending on where you are in the world at the moment. And the gas prices are super good to pick up some Hex and stake that. So very cool. Pulsex, your mama says, Pulsex, your mama. I like that. That's kind of a cool name. Buy Hex for the airdrop, or wait for PHEX to launch cheaper than EHEX and buy the crap out of it. Well, that's a questionable thing. It's a speculative play. You'll have to think about that. Obviously, I tend to think of EHEX and PHEX as a split. Stocks like a stock split. That's the way I think of it. And I think that PHEX will get priced up pretty fast and possibly end up at a premium with both pairs tied through the liquidity. So that's kind of where I see that at this stage. Brendan is as well in the house. Hex hands, absolutely. But, I think there's a lot of use cases. I'm going to talk about this in tomorrow's ratio video. But there's a lot of use cases for other ERC20s for trading. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow's video. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a real cool one. And maybe a couple ideas you probably haven't seen talked about much in there. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So cool. Lies Beneath in the house with the rockets. Awesome. CJ's in the house there too. Hello, Xkins. Francis, I love Jesus with the clap hands. And bit for next there. Popcorn. Nice. All right. So we're going to jump through a couple of these comments. Dave from Down Under says, now if a whale wanted to buy 20 million Hex, the price of a Hex would be over $1. Just saying. That's so true, Dave. It would be insane. And of course, the whole of crypto is pretty small, right? You're talking about $2-3 trillion. And of course, that's small on the world scale. So there's a lot of growth. And as I always say, I think we're about halfway in maturity in crypto generally. And of course, Hex, of course, is still relatively small compared to what the total pie is. But Pulsechain and some of the special dynamics specific to Hex are going to change that over time. And really, we are just starting to ramp up in the next 2 years. Remember, 10,000 and is it 95 days? Let me just double check that math there. I've got 75 in my head. So 365 times 3. Let me just get up to there. Times 3. That is 1,095 days. That's 3 years. So that's going to be what about the 27th of 28th of 27th, 28th of November this year will be 3 years for Hex. So really maturing, and this year and next year really that crossover to mass adoption, just to ramp over, just to start curving that up. And of course, with all the social media content creators, with the highest of stakes in play, the full documentary, that could really start ramping up there with all the PulseCon, the Hexpos, all that good stuff. Really is cool. And of course, Richard Hart getting interviewed on bigger and bigger channels really does spread the word there. So it's pretty cool. T's in the house. Welcome, Jason. You just made the greatest financial decision of your life by owning T shares. Absolutely, T. And Excellent says, Hola, ¿cómo está? And I'll have to work out what that means because I do not speak Spanish. But I'll check that. Stake it till you make it, says Magic Upright. Absolutely. Magic Upright in the house. Great to see you in the house there. And Jason, I buy my house, says Francis. Nice one. T shares ×2, got to love it. Yeah, at the moment, of course, because of Pulsechain coming up, when you buy and stake Hex, you're going to get double your stakes. You're going to have stakes on Ethereum and stakes on Pulsechain. Obviously, there's going to be some price volatility during the price discovery phase, but hey, long term, it's looking super bullish. And in fact, if you actually look at the argument is that hey, if you've got your own chain as well, then actually that makes Hex underlying intrinsic value even more valuable if you think about it. So some super bullish stuff there. Jackson House says if you stake now, you will lose out on a snapshot for PHEX and MetaMask when PLS mainnet drops. That's the counter argument. I agree with you, Jack. And Sam's in the house there too. Unconvinced Superman and Brazology don't sleep. We'll watch an early morning. Hey, Sam, appreciate it. And a big shout out to you. Rest up and enjoy that video. What else we got going there? We've got a couple here. Jack says, okay, gotcha, but I won't be able to swap what I stake for PLS. That's true. So that's your strategy. That's your opportunity cost there. If you've got liquid Hex, you'll get a liquid PHEX. So remember, you get everything's getting copied. The stake Hex is getting copied over to Pulsechain, and the liquid Hex is getting copied over to Pulsechain. Everything on Ethereum is getting copied over to Pulsechain, as we always say. But in particular for Hex, the both staked and liquid Hex getting copied over to Pulsechain. You'll have two copies. So there are a certain amount of people that will be trading the Hex for Pulse, and that ratio is going to be really crazy. I happen to think it's probably around about 35. Because I'm thinking of a stock split in Hex, so maybe 35, but then the market's going to do all crazy things with that ratio. So any ratio that anyone gives you, even if it's sort of mathematical, theoretical, is just going to be thrown out the window once the market starts doing its thing, trying to find a price discovery for that. So just take that into account. And the other thing says, Jack Maggard says, just saying, if I want to swap my Hex for PLS, I won't be able to if I stake it now. Want to swap my Hex for PLS, I won't be able to stake it if I stake it now. Yeah, that's right, you won't, Jack. So you need to keep it liquid if you're going to do ratio trading for that. CJ says correct too. Hey, Ninja's in the house. Hey, Ninja, good to see you. And CJ says, I think the payout on ETH will surprise a lot of people over time. I agree with you, CJ. I'm in that camp too. I know some people will be bridging over some ETH, Hex on ETH. I will not be. That's my strategic decision. And of course, everyone has to make their decision there with regard that. Pumpers loaded dollars, says Shirley. Yeah. The power of the T-share says it's now. I love that. The power of the T-share. Well done. It's now. And a big shout out for all you do for helping people, work through staking Hex. So awesome stuff. Really changing lives by doing that. It really is incredible. Vivian says, growing up, kids would throw newspapers to save for lawnmowers, and we made money. Now kids just create tokens with no product market fit and end up giving it all back to the market. Just stake Hex. That's right. Well said. Well said. Jason says Shirley Fortress back in our interview that we just had. Now you can jump back to there, of course. And of course, it's now we got your back. Absolutely. What else we got going here? Any word on exchange listings, PLS? So Richard has given us the fact that one exchange has approached him about that. So we'll look forward to that. There's supposed to be a big exchange, possibly a top 10. We'll wait and see which one that is. I think we can eliminate a few of the top 10, but of course, there's still a few options here. We'll find out who it is in good course. Manuel says, hello. Hey, good to see you, Manuel. And CJ says, over time, stakers will leave ETH to go over to Pulse. As stakers leave ETH, the payout rate will increase. That's the same argument that I have, CJ. And of course, that's where I think there's a lot of value in there. So, yeah. 20-cent break on deck. Yeah, well, we've got the price up here, 18.6 cents at the moment on Hex. I'm going to go through the prices in a second. So just hold on there. Shirley Foot says T-shares should come with a Jerome Powell hat. That's classic. Get your T-shares on ETH now and pay your payout will increase with time. Yeah, that's the other thing. Of course, you just sit back and you got your earning passive income on both chains. A lot of the T-share holders are passionate hexicans. Obviously, there's always a few in there that are willing to just sell out the whole bag rather than reinvest. Just take some interest and reinvest. So you got a lot of people quite committed on both chains. I think we'll see some small retailers, maybe a couple of the bigger accounts there trading over, obviously after the Pulsechain. But we'll see how that goes. Speaking of radio voice, the YouTube channel Blind Surfer Pete Gustin is the guy who does all the voiceovers for the movie trailers. A blind man also surfs. Let's teach him about Hex. That's a good idea, but for next. Payout average is 6 Hex per T-share. I think we could see 7 in a year to CJ. Yeah, it's just going to keep going up. I don't know if you've seen the Crypto Spa Book guys do modeling, or KSB TV. They do modeling, and they have got the best predictions so far. So definitely pretty good there. Lights Beneath says just stake and chill. That's true. And woohoo, Game On's in the house. Hey, good to see Game On. Hex in your stakes goes up every single day. I know it's a beautiful thing to watch the Hex payouts every day. It is so good. May 9th, huge stake coming due. Yeah, so that looks like the 3 arrows one. That's the only wild card at the moment. We'll see what they do. They must be stoked that it's coming out at this stage so close to Pulsechain, and we'll see what they do with that. After May the 9th, Hex has clear skies. Yeah, for the most part, that is true. But that Hex is still sitting there, so we'll see what they do with it. It's now it's got the punch bag. Nice strong arm from Francis and Lives Beneath clapping out there. Pretty cool. What a guy, says CJ. What a guy. Does anyone remember how long large 3 arrow capital stake was? I thought it was about 2 years, surely. It's on the actual stake. You can actually go and look at it. I'm not going to do that during this live stream since I did look at it the other day. I just can't remember, but I think it was 2 years stake. 730 days is what I have in my head. I just can't remember. That's a big ROI, right? That should shift the share rate as well. It's now awesome. Yeah. Oh boy, no hardware wallet. And got it. Love Aussie internet, says Brennan. And no hardware wallet, and they were on public Wi-Fi on the yacht. And what else we got there? It's great that this is forming a big family with all kinds of good people, says RDX Florian. And they need a hardware wallet as soon as possible. Very cool though, says Meta 101. Crypto is truly getting the Hex autism, says Mosaic. What else we got here? Hex token, show us how to send test pulse on our treasure wallets, please. So you're probably better off to get into Discord there, Nebulous, and talk to It's Now. Will probably help you out with that sort of thing. And It's Now says Twitter link at Magic Cup, right? Oh wait, you need a wrench to post it. Let me see what I can do. Nice. We need to discuss some onboarding techniques. And please, all future onboards should use a Ledger Treasure product. Your future self, absolutely. So if you've on this channel, you'll see I did a video about a week ago on introduction to crypto wallet security. You can check that out. That also includes Treasure and Ledger details there. So you can go through that list on that. The presentation is quite comprehensive as an introduction, so you can check that out. And then of course, you need to get some specific Ledger and Treasure videos. I will be posting one of those on the link there as well. Hex token, Magic Cup Ride. Magic Cup Ride still in the chat? I'm not sure. I'm still trying to catch up here. Magic Cup Ride. Where's Magic Cup Ride here? Boom, there's Magic Cup Ride. Bam. All right. Welcome to the moderator team, Magic Cup Ride. And of course, they are awesome. Magic Cup Ride team, amazing. Alice in the house there. Sup, Superman. And thanks, Jason, says Francis. Absolutely. So I just got up to the end of the interview as well. I didn't want to just get to the comments during the interview because it just kind of ruins the flow a little bit. So just wanted to let that play out. Alice says, what do you think of pure airdrop for PLS Sacrifice? Free money? Yeah, possibly, Alice. I think it's more of an unknown project. I'm not sure who does it. I haven't really investigated it since they talked about the airdrop there. But they're going to be at least a couple other projects. They're going to be airdropping, Genesis wallets for PLSX. So we'll look at them as they come in. When we get closer to the time, but definitely on the plate. There's so many projects now, really got a flurry of projects coming out. So yeah. Precisely, good evening, gentlemen. Hey, good evening, Precisely, and Alex in the house as well. Rod Fixpatch says, how much dollars was sacrificed for PLS and PLSX? Both was about $1.9 billion, both up. So about let's do the maths very quickly. About 750 for a Pulsechain, and about just under 1.1 for so 1.1 plus 7.75. So somewhere probably around about 1.85 billion for both of those. But the number of wallets is quite dramatic. Maybe around 50,000 for Pulse, and maybe about 150,000 for Pulsex, give or take. So it's about a 3-to-1 ratio there. Pulse Goddess in the house. Hey family, good to see you. Superman, long time no see, brother. Says Scott Cosby. Hey Scott, good to see you in the house. Woohoo! Very, very cool. And Pulse Goddess says like button, hit the smash the like button. Yeah, what are we on? 55 likes. Let's definitely smash that like button, folks, and hit the subscribe. But Phoenix says right now would be a great time to falsely imprison a lot of people, come back in 10 years and recover your wealth. Then many will use their freedom to keep their jobs forever. I hope so, but Phoenix, I hope so. Crypto Cookies and Crypto says good time to be a Hexkin. Absolutely amazing to be a Hexkin. And look, we've got for Get Hex there, we've got 8 new young Hexkins in there. And man, this is generational product. It's going to be fascinating to see it play out over time. Obviously, we're going to go from having T shares to eventually B shares, and then of course M shares over life. It's going to be fascinating to see that play out. It really is a multi-generational product, and it's going to be on both chains. Of course, if you're on ETH chain, you're definitely going to want ETH 2.0 to come into play and things like that. Innovations. Smash the like button. Yeah, like button smash is quick and crypto. Nice. And it is okay. Thanks. Of course I am. Says Magic Carpet Ride. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I might have got misread there. Woohoo! Wu Tang says Mexican Hexen. Absolutely. Precisely says we need to lock people up for their own benefits. Says Precisely. Yeah, with the hex stakes, lock them out of their wallets. That's for sure. Was it with the spanner comes great responsibility? Says Magic Carpet Ride. Yeah. So big shout out. Now the cool thing with Magic Carpet Ride and Hex Token Channel, we both hit 4,000 subs pretty much at the same time. So that was pretty cool. We're on the same journey, spreading the word about Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex, and I guess all the projects on Pulsechain as well. Obviously, Magic Carpet Rides put in some real economic energy in behind that with what they do. So big shout out to Magic Carpet Ride team. All right, cool. So 18.7 cents. Man, it's nice to get a little rebound on the price there. We've got the price came down about 15%, currently down only 6.5%. So that's a pretty decent rebound on Hex. And of course, we're up here on the 15-minute chart. We're up about 11% there. So little pretty mad gains. And only in crypto, folks, only in crypto. That's where we go here. So this kind of drawing this out. We've still got this long-term support here. It's very flimsy, but we've still got the long-term support. And of course, we've got a higher low as well. So this was our low here, higher low. So we've still got our trend there. And of course, this is our last one. This is our last trend support line on the 15-minute chart. But we have a higher low as well. So it's looking good. And of course, we're powering here. We probably want to zigzag our way back up to 20 cents. And of course, have another go at the 20-cent mark there. That's going to be pretty important. This is on the hourly chart. Sorry, not the 15 minutes, the hourly chart. And on 15-minute chart looks more like that. So I'll go back to the hourly there. I've been using the 15-minute chart so much that I forget that I had the hourly chart there. Let's have a look at the daily chart, see what that's looking like now. And of course, we already looked at the weekly charts looking pretty good. We're going to have to pull in a bigger chart there. This doesn't have all the chart data on this particular chart here on Dex Tools. But you can see we're looking pretty good here. We're wanting to see some sort of pumpermental, like this green a dream pumpermental bar. And of course, smash through these targets. We're really, really cool. The higher we are, when Richard starts talking about the staging for Pulsechain, the higher price we can go. It's going to be that much better. So cool. Now, obviously, there are a certain amount of people buying Hex now that aren't going to stake it, that are holding it liquid, that may want to be ratio trading for Pulse or Pulsex or something like that. Maybe some ERC20s. We've done polls on that as well. Popular ERC20s, maybe SHIB, Uni, Mana, Link, things like that, in the top 50 kind of things. It's going to be fascinating to see that. But also, we talk about the top 50 and maybe top 100, but there's also a lot of tokens out that are getting copied over that people might want to accumulate too. Maybe ones that have been signaled, maybe like Trust Swap, Wallet, and stuff like that, that could be really, really, really good pump mental there. The other thing, of course, I'm going to talk about this tomorrow and on the ratio trading. So stay tuned for that. I think it's going to be tomorrow afternoon, same time as this, but tomorrow. And we're going to talk about that. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to say a few comments that I haven't seen said before. So we're going to talk, definitely get into that. So that's where we are at the moment. We're currently not too far away from the middle of May, 50-50 from Richard Hart. And of course, we're going to bring on our good old friend Richard Hart, the leader in the space, pioneering innovation. And of course, we'll see what he says about the timeline. But of course, here we are in the middle here, the 15th of May. And of course, the 23rd of May is a week later. So 50-50 chance of this one. 15th of May, and a 75% chance a week later was the last update. And of course, we're going to hear from Richard himself about that, and then we're going to talk a bit more about this too. So let me just add this in, make sure I get the right video. I've got so many timeline videos from Richard, but here's the latest one. Here we go.
Since we're targeting mid-May, he would appreciate launching Pulsechain on his birthday.
All right.
So
well,
we like May 14th, and we'll
we're close. It's basically like the final step is like staging to where you practice the things that need to happen for mainnet, and then see if you can get anything to screw up, and do that over and over again until it's going to be fine for mainnet. So we're not in staging yet, but we're getting close. Like SAC totals it's looking really good. The AMM bot now works against basically all the Uniswaps, which is nice. What else? Is that it? Yeah, so like it's DevOps, which is making the launch stuff work right. And then AMM's pretty much done. Well, I got to analyze what AMM did. So we still have to see what the outcome of the logic has done and make sure that it makes sense. So now, I mean, mid-May, we're targeting it.
I'm
50-50 mid-May, 75% a week later, maybe. I don't know. I think we could do it. It's really, they're unknown unknowns, so we're close. We're running out of stuff to do. We're really running out.
So that was Richard's last video on the update. And of course, if we look at that, that means, to the 15th or 16th would be 9 days. And to the a week later, 75% chance is 16 days away. So definitely everything's looking pretty good. And of course, today we saw Richard Hart come out with the sacrifice checker here. Please check your balances and ask anyone you know who sacrificed to do the same. So really, that kind of has a tone to it of check it, because we're trying to find this thing and get this to final version. And so definitely check your staker app. I know that a lot of people now are pretty happy with this current version. So definitely check that out. If you want to see that, find that on the community tab. You can see that too here on Hex Token. I always paste them as they come in as much as possible. So we've got the latest version in there at the moment, 5th of May. So definitely check that out on the staker app there. So very exciting to see that. Cool. I'm just going to check his subtweets, because sometimes he does reply to people if they've said certain things. No, nothing in there. So that's the latest and greatest from Richard Hart. We'll have a quick look at Rackham while I'm there, just for good measure. Sometimes Rackham's been posting some really lit comments lately as well. So definitely want to get into that. Man, he loves his cars, that's for sure. Man, some cool cars for sure. All right, that's about it from there. So we're going to get back on the Hex price. We're going to check all the prices at the moment, but let's get into the comments there. Thanks for ongoing shout out, mate. Hey, your pleasure, man. You guys are some cool dudes on Magic Carpet Ride, and excellent choice wraps that up too. We are all early and on a Magic Carpet Ride. We are. Woo! Magic Carpet Ride. It's going to be so good. It really is good. And Camera Guy says, good morning from Blighty. Good to see Camera Guy. And Elias got the rocket bags as well. Gen Hex could use 4,000 subs. Let's go, people. Definitely. If you haven't subscribed to Gen Hex, Craig Wadding, go to the channels tab and subscribe to Gen Hex there. They're going to be trying to look to do giveaways of Pulse and stuff like that. So real onboarding, as well as doing amazing panels. I mean, I've had some incredible content creators on the Saturday shows there on Gen Hex. Definitely go subscribe to that. Mexican Hexagon says, is that big stake out on the 8th or 9th? The 9th is coming out there, Mexican Hexagon. And of course, we can see that on the, it's actually pretty hard to see it, but we're going to try and see it on here as well. It's funny, when I'm not doing live streams, I have no problem at looking at these things, but when I get onto live streams, I don't know, everything goes to custard for some reason. That's pretty hilarious. All right, cool. We're going to have a look here. So I think that will work on the Zoom. We're going to zoom on that two more. This is the stake coming out here on the 9th, and you can see it's 1 billion hex stake coming out, and of course that is going to be going to have a big ROI that's going to move the share rate too, no doubt. So cool. But once again, after that, not a lot there, all the way into end of June there. So if we do launch around the 16th of May around here, not too bad. And of course, even if we launch later, a week later, 23rd of May, not too bad at all. So definitely very cool. I suspect that they'll hold this liquid, but if they do stake, that's an extra bonus. If they hold it liquid, man, that could be interesting for Pulsechain as well. When you've got 3 arrows here, as the suspected 3 arrows count, that'd be fascinating to see that play out. So going to be a lot of fun, folks. A lot of fun indeed. Hex is at 18.7. We're rocking it. And get Hex in the house there. Woohoo! I caught the replay. Thank you, FanBan. Yeah, nice one there, Get Hex. That was awesome video, by the way. Just noticed on HexStreamer.com, the Hex Genius guy did an AMA. $30 million stack so far. I wonder what he has to say. I'll watch it later. Hey, Prasadi there, that's really important. Remember, we had the comment here earlier about there being only $4,000. I'd be really cautious with that one. Obviously, Prasadi is, but definitely be cautious with that one. Scott says, Superman, I messed up sending my ETH to Pulsex from my Exodus wallet. Will I be able to recover my ETH I sent? You have to ask the team, Scott. They're going to work out you're in an edge case. So you have to ask the team that, Scott. I would use the app to do that. Remember, check the community tab. We've got the app there. You're going to have to post some sort of message to them, Scott. Obviously, I'm just a YouTuber, but that's what I would suggest you just contact the team through that app with your ETH there. Yeah, I mean, if it's on the one thing I'll say, Scott, if it's on the blockchain, it would be recorded. So yeah, definitely see your edge case on that. Fam bam, woohoo! It's now, yeah. And Human Extra says, guys, it wrecked out today. And I'm still fat. Says Human Extra. We go. I'm not sure what that means. Magic Carpet says 33 million for 36 walls. What do you guys think's going on, bro? I think it's weird. It's weird. Magic Carpet got the wink on. I'm not sure what that means. Let us know, Magic Carpet, if you have any info on that sacrifice. It just seems like doesn't seem real. Someone mentioned earlier in today's first live stream that looked like a kind of a scam setup. So just let us know if you know anything on that. But I'll just keep away from it. Smells fishy, says Prasadi. I agree. RH for the win. Lies beneath the truth. That's true. We can read emojis. We can't read emojis. That's funny. And what else we got? Bozzies. The tone of finality. Yeah. Other Hexkins. Woo! Hey, good to see Brownie in house. Hex GT says RH wallet sacked is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. RH wallet sacked will get over 1 billion. Says Brazzotti. All right, cool. Let's check out some of the prices happening at the moment. We're going to go look at the market, and then we're going to jump into some of the other prices too. Let's pull them all up and see how they're getting on. Now, obviously, if you are looking at the market here, you're going to see that the market pulled back a bit. Now, obviously, there's interest rate rises in the play. They're not too bad at the stage. We talked about that earlier today, and possibly a rise in July, maybe 50 basis points on the interest rate, trying to attempt to dampen inflation. Really, it's a blunt instrument, but because inflation's so high. But the other thing, of course, is the 10-year bond yields looking at 3%, which is typically a bit of a trigger point for stock market. Stock market pullback, like when we looked at about 7% or so on a lot of leading stocks. Tech stocks is where most of the value is made on the stock market. Obviously, some other sectors have boomed under resources and renewable energies and things like that. But for the most part, it has been the case. And of course, a rebound from lockdowns and other stuff. So been a pretty interesting period. Obviously, things are getting whacked a little bit there on the GDP as well at the moment. Let's have a look at Hedron. Hedron at the moment, 12.14. So a bit of a recovery there because that was down at 1,000 earlier. Look at that. That's pretty interesting. So we were down here at 10.75, say, and we're up at 13% here. So a nice little gain there, 13% for those. Looks like some big buy came in just recently. So we can show the trades on there. We should be able to see that candle there. coming in there. We've got 14 trillion. Is it 14? No, 14 billion. 16 billion. What else we got in here? I think that was it. So there's a couple. We have some other ones back here. 18. It looks like some trader ones though. So yep, not too bad. Let's have a look at what else we're going to look at. We're going to look at some other ones here. Let's have a look at that. We're going to look at PLSD, Dogecoin, P33, Pulse Dodge, the original. So Pulse Dogecoin at 271. Now I haven't managed to check up on the query that you had, Brazology, with the burning, sending to a burning address, any of those issues that you raised earlier. P33, 53 cents at the moment on P33 meme coin. These are all meme coins. This one here, Pulse Dogecoin, Pulse P33, and Pulse Dodge at 1 cent at the moment. This is the kind of the original one. This one here I actually think has kind of a good long life in it. I think that possibly with the NFT minting, once Pulsechain launches, could be quite exciting. And of course, the artwork's really great. And then of course, Pulse Dodge. We'll see about that. Still a few questions about it now. Once we confirm that, and of course, the positive, if this stays consistent, the positive is the limited supply of this token. So we'll see that. And Pulse P33, of course, backed one of the free Pulse sites, basically one of the free Pulse projects. Couldn't quite get that out, but there we are. We got it there in the end. So cool. But Hex is the darling. Hex is the one we're all watching at the moment. And that is exciting. So we're going to jump back to the one hour chart there. We're going to pull up the long chart though. I want to bring that up on the log on Hex price. So we'll pull that up, pull that over, and also check that out. So there we go. That's the 10-minute, next minute. I'm going to pull that up. That is the 1 hour chart there. Look at that. I'm going to pull that up, and of course this is the 10. This is a full log chart here, so we're going to pull that in, and we're going to go to the daily, and we've got the daily. We're going to go to the weekly on this chart, and that's the weekly chart there on Hex, all the way back from the beginning when Hex started in December 19. The other chart only shows the last couple of months, like last 9 months or something like that. But this is where we're at the moment. We have got 2 green candles on the weekly, so that's looking really, really positive. Of course, I've got the dollar there. That's how we roll on this channel. We are not settling for anything else. The dollar, obviously, if we take this log chart over time, it goes to dollars, tens of dollars, and onwards and upwards. So it's going to be an interesting play. It's going to be interesting to see have 2 tokens on both chains. I suspect the fact that we've got similar stakers on both chains, if they understand the T-shares, the dominant that of course, I still think we've got to absorb still some of the big accounts that have liquid that are looking to exit at some stages. We still have to absorb that. We can absorb that by retail growth. We absorb that by new institutions, get institutional growth and onboarding. Obviously, we've got the Hex Investment Trust coming, and of course, I think entities like this are very important. With the Hex Investment Trust, obviously playing a key role in that. Of course, Wales only. Kinetics and out of doing stuff like this, and probably a few other things behind the scenes. And of course, they were targeting, $10 million within 3 months, and of course, around about 50 investors. This will get looks like they're even more confident now with a path to moving this to public. That is a dream come true, honestly. Getting this public listed, maybe NASDAQ or something like that. That would be absolutely amazing. And of course, then it would have extra transparency as well. You'd be able to, they'll probably have reporting requirements and stuff like that. I haven't looked into those sort of things, but obviously Hex Investment Trust is a 506c registered private trust. So for accredited investors at the moment, but that would open it up to everybody. They actually have improved it now already privately. You can actually do in-kind giving. So you could take your Hex that you got in your bags, you can put it into there, and they will stake that. And of course, they'll issue you units in the trust. So I think it's 10 Hex per unit. And of course, you get that when it goes public, they will be tradable on the public market there. So that would be absolutely amazing. People buy and sell on that. And of course, there could be a massive speculative play on that too. And so that's pretty interesting. The other thing, of course, is that they have opened it up to, I think, IRAs and those sort of formats in the United States. So I think that's pretty cool too. And once again, pretty exciting, man. I think they said they had in their advisory service, they already had something like $1 billion, almost close to $1 billion under management. And of course, maybe around about, I think they had another, I think it was 75, 150 people, somewhere in that ballpark of new people coming in. So they're going to, go past that wealth management as well. So that means the portfolio that people have got that they're advising is over that mark. So pretty exciting stuff there. And it's early days, just launching and just ramping up here. It'll be fascinating to see this play out. If I remember rightly, I think it was the March the 12th that they launched. So pretty awesome stuff. So we've got this stuff happening. We've obviously got I haven't pulled it up here. We've also got Maxi. So we're going to have a look at Maxi as well. Maxi here. This new product is a game changer, really. Maxi looking super, super good. And this has been successful. And like I say, if we had one of these Maxi projects a year, would be amazing. If we had further contracts that had different innovations like we've seen Hedron, Maxi, things like that, that'd be really, really powerful as well. So HSO Stakes has changed the game. Maxi's changed the game. Maximus, and of course, that's more supply off the market. So we've got these big OA type investment vehicles just only ever expanding. And of course, who can offer 38% APY on these things? That's just not out there. So it's going to be pretty amazing to see that growth as people get more aware of what's going. So crypto is starting to encroach on traditional markets. Woohoo! Man, the world's your oyster after that. So just slowly and surely, just week after week, just ramping up. And of course, this doesn't include anything around all the social media that we talked about, as well as the highest of stakes. Getting that profile up there as well. It's kind of like a massive branding exercise. So it's going to be awesome stuff. So yeah, we're just fighting up time day after day. And then Pulsechain, man, Pulsechain. You think it's already good with all this stuff? Pulsechain comes in, OMG. Like I say, I did a presentation yesterday. If you haven't seen that, check it out. That is a big deal. I talk about how big Ethereum is and how big this first system state fork of Ethereum is. If you haven't checked out the video yesterday, go check it out. Lots of numbers there. And hey, that was just a taster of what things to come. But very exciting stuff. Tons of people, potentially coming over. The ratio could be hundreds, if not thousands, to one for Pulse holders and PulseX holders. That's going to be pretty amazing. And of course, all that will feed into Hex value. And that's going to ramp up over the next 18 months to 2 years and beyond. So it's going to be awesome. Supply is getting less. Inflation's getting deferred. Fundamentals are getting better. And of course, the markets will still do their fluctuations. But we're looking to definitely get that scarcity in place. After all, that's what hex staking does, and to get that velocity down and pump the bags over time. So all these things it's like a bit of a puzzle, have to work together as we move into the future. But man, I'm so excited, and we're still in that quiet phase before the storm. But hey, look, we managed to get up to 18.8 cents here, and the things are just warming up as well. So cool. Who knows? Could be the most exciting thing ever, and of course, that's what I think it's going to be. Let's get a couple comments here. We've got Hex on air here. So Slovakia is coming in. Good morning here. Hey, good to see it. Hex on air from Slovakia. Very cool. I love the fact that we've got people from all around the world. Don't you love that? It's so cool to be able to chat with people everywhere. Maximus is still thumbs up, says Mexican accent. Absolutely. Tracy says, when the RH wallet gets going, we're going to be able to onboard so many new no coiners, show them all the Hex and Pulsechain gains. Absolutely good observation there, Pulsechain. That is definitely going to help massively. Onboarding, that trick, fiat gateways, wallets and stuff like that are easy onboarding. Make it real simple. It's going to be so good. And of course, on Pulsechain, that barrier won't be there with the super cheap, super fast transactions. Potentially hundreds of transactions, if not over 1,000 transactions per Pulse token. And it's going to be absolutely awesome to see. And of course, because Pulsechain is the first system state copy of Ethereum, it really is got a battled, tested a chain, right? It's battled, tested. We've already seen what's happened with other chains like Solana really getting exposed by different mechanisms, maybe a NFT auction that gets spammed by millions of bot transactions per second. So, based on this proof of history type of mechanism rather than proof of stake. So it's interesting to see the different innovations out there and people trying to, find different exploits. But of course, we're taking the safe route. They're with a hard tested blockchain. But not only that, but also the one that's still dominating smart contracts, and that's really important. Hardy Hexalorian says, what do you think Hedron is doing at the airdrop? Will it be? Will it get to all-time high back? Once again, I do think that Hedron's going to move higher. I definitely think accumulation phase is on at the moment. I think this is, if you're talking about Hedron, it really is kind of, it's one of these things that it's had the big pullback. So if we go to the daily, it had a massive run up, right? Massive run up, 12x run up in 8 days. And now it's pulled back to that 85% mark, right? It's actually probably a little bit lower now. But Hedron is down 83.4%. This is definitely DCA area. I've been saying that for a few days. But if you think about how long it's been here now, it's really been here probably since the 22nd of April, which is about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks at this level. Obviously, it's had high highs here, 1,400, but pretty much been down on this level here. And at the moment, it's got a little bit of pump on 1,200. So I definitely think that this could move higher. Obviously, there's been issues with the liquidity pool being tied to Hex and a big, I think there was a big seller in there. I haven't checked the liquidity pool. Just haven't had time to jump onto these little issues around these things. But that's a big issue, but it's little compared to what I'm doing, other stuff in terms of what I want to achieve, my goals. Yeah, that's where it's at the moment, 1,200. Like I say, I definitely think this is going to probably curve back up. So we could probably just see it going up here at some stage. It's definitely going to have a move on with Pulsechain. Pulsechain coming because everyone's getting the airdrops. It's going to have that Pulsechain effect at some stage too. So it just depends on the pattern there. It might bump around here for a little bit longer. So, it might be somewhere, somewhere like this. Might take a little while for it to get its momentum back. Definitely momentum's not there now, but a good DCA area. There's a good DCA area at the moment. Now, if it did go down further, down to its, let's say a 95% correction, which are definitely in the games, right? That would take it down to, the 5 back to its all-time low. And that would be a 92% correction from the all-time high. So it's only done, hasn't done that big so far. Like I say, about 85, 86%. So if it did do that, that would be a decrease from the current price down to 555. That would be 53% decrease on your bags. So there is still downward potential. But I do think that we've been here for 2 weeks, right? So we might be safe here for DCA level at the moment. So we've been here for 2 weeks, kind of gives you a bit more confidence. And we've got a little pump on now. But like I say, going down 50% is not inevitable. That would be a 92% pullback from the all-time high, which was a massive pump as well. So cool. We also see on P33, we saw P33, I think it was P33, did a 9x on that one. I think it was P33, yeah. At least from the opening close. So the opening close was a 9x. Let me pull that up there. I haven't got enough room, but I think that was also like that, which we see a lot in crypto, right? We see that a lot. Maybe not that high X's, but we see a lot of these pumps. Excuse me, not smoker's cough, by the way. That was just a cough there. All right, so cool. We are looking at Hedron, so I definitely think Hedron will move up as well, like with a lot of these with the Pulsechain effect. And it's just how high that is the key. But definitely a good range to accumulate lots of Hedron at the moment. But there is 74 trillion in the market, so but most of that probably won't move, is my guess. I think I've commented on that before. So cool, 18.8 cents on Hex, looking good. Hex on air. I think Superman can also comment on horse races very well. So yeah, a lot of people have said that Hex on air. I don't know if it's you that keeps saying that or someone else, but definitely is the case. Get Hex says, hit the like. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because Kiwis, a lot of Kiwis do talk fast. I don't know. Maybe that is the case. RH Wallets coin, another 10,000x there. That's right. A lot of people are looking for that RH wallet as well. I'm looking forward to internet money, of course. I've sacrificed for that. Now, there will probably be differences on that, of course. But KG did give us an update about internet money. We read that out on yesterday's live stream. You haven't seen that, so you can check that out. I don't think I've saved that actually, so I don't know if I've got that here. I got that. No, haven't got that one. Definitely not that one. All right, cool. So you can think about that, but we're looking forward to that. That's going to be about what do you say, at maybe 8 months away. So it's a long way to go. They've got a nice road plan. They've got a good team together now, got a good roadmap. So it's definitely on. They've already started design. They're going to give us some design stuff. They're going to be at PulseCon as well. So that's positive. But of course, can Richard pull out a rabbit out of the hat and get to market first? That would be something else, wouldn't it? That would be something else. Can't wait to stake potential. Richard's got one developer on it that we know of at the moment, so we'll see. Can't wait to stake potential profits on PHEX. Me too. I'm with you there, Mexican Hexkin. Gonzo Hop says, time to go to work. Thanks for the great stream, Superman. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I'm excited too. Thanks, Gonzo. And let me look here. We got Francis and Else with the hearts, nice. And Brazogi's got the Reddit in there. So that's the IMM one. Let me reread that. Oh,
Go1 is a leading learning technology company delivering learning to employees.
let me just pull it up because that was worth reading. I might just summarize it though because I did read it full yesterday. But let's pull it up. This is Internet Money Wallet. So if you sacrifice for this, I got that in there. Read it. Bam. This was the Internet Money one. Appreciate it. Thanks, Briz. Briz is awesome. Thank you so much, Briz. All right, so recap of recent announcements. Big news is from Internet Money. And of course, if you remember, Internet Money Sacrifice was pretty good. Let's go to the liquid lines, get a backtrack here a little bit. Go to sacrifices. And once again, hey, with all these sacrifices, just remember to do your investment due diligence. I really do that. Just, don't want you guys to pump your bags. Don't want you guys to get ripped off anyway. So be careful out there. We've got Internet Money down here, a sacrifice for the freedom of time. We've got $1.6 million that was raised. Remember, that was a pool A and a pool B, and they did such a good wrap up of the numbers for there was a bit of confusion over the last half an hour or so on Magic Carpet Ride Show because they were between the people sending stuff in and getting stuff, it was quite a natural thing to happen. And man, it was so good how they solved that. So hats off to KG and the team. Very professional, man. That was so good. Anyway, so they did 1.6 million, and it looks like we're going to have about, based on this numbers, we're going to have about 1.5 billion IMD for the sacrifices. In any case, as it excludes the team stuff. So that was that. And of course, this is the latest announcement a day ago. Recap of recent announcement, big news. Recap of wallet development is officially underway. So that's really positive. We now have a full team of legal front-end devs, back-end developers, smart contract devs, a CTO, a project manager, and once the wallet is live, we will have 24/7, 365 to support. That is really terrific. So I really like the communications from the IM wallet team. I think this is really, really good. We are in the discovery phase. This phase is essentially central to development process. This phase will yield us a blueprint of the wallet, a roadmap of milestones, and hopefully some mock-ups of the wallet too. This phase should take 6 to 10 weeks. So, that's not too long. It's a month and a half to, not half to 3 weeks, 3 months, so a month and a half to 3 months. And of course, if Pulsechain does launch, that would be, just after that, obviously. So we'll see. But that's going to be pretty positive. Dev team has quoted us a version 1 version of the wallet, and IMD will be live within 8 months. So that's kind of the time frame at the moment. There will be a beta version sooner than that for testing. So that's cool. So we'll have mock-ups, then a beta version, and then the live version within the 8 months. These quotes could take less time, but we as community should prepare for the long time frames, which is cool. Marco and Kyle are no longer involved with any part of the Internet Money project, so that's noticed there. Number 3, a majority of the IM supply has been burned, so they burned, that's the other token that they have on Binance Smart Chain or BNB chain, BSC chain, however you want to talk about it. This was done to accommodate the new tokenomics of using a portion of the IMD supply to accumulate PLS to purchase IM off the open market. Then the IMM being subject to the vote to burn. So really, if you're looking at it, you possibly could play both tokens to get a reflection of some of the IMD ability to accumulate PLS. So yeah, because obviously they're going to have a certain amount of supply. I can't remember what it was. It 19.2%, something like that. 9.8, 9.2, somewhere in that ballpark. An incredible, that's off the IMD token, an incredible pump mental in keeping IMD ever deflationary. So they've had this massive buy and burn. They're going to have IMD share, get PLS, and then purchase IM and get that off the market. So that will be pretty cool. So that's 2 things to get the supply of IMD token real small. Because of this, the big burn is no longer in effect and will remove from the site. The remaining 8.8 trillion in the vault will be used to supply liquidity on Pulsechain, used to airdrop IM for the new wallet app downloads. And so that's really good for adoption, right? If you want to use the wallet, you get some free airdrops. Obviously, it's also going to include some Pulse as well. We are working towards possibly being the first project to airdrop tokens to the Pulsechain Sacrifice set. So that's really cool. Now, we have talked about Kira and other airdrops out there, so there will be other airdrops. So I'm not sure they will be the first one there for that, because if they're further down the line, we'll see where they lie there. So cool. Bring adoption to the set, and yet again making our mark on innovation. And finally, Internet Money will have representation at PostCon 2022 September. KG will be there, so that's fantastic news. I think this is a really, really good. Now, the cool thing I like about KG is that he communicates very clearly what's happening, and this is way better than a lot of teams do. So hats off to him. Obviously, the reality though is that you've got an 8-month timeline, possibly an 8-month timeline for the development to the delivery of the wallet. So obviously, if Pulsechain launches, let's say late May, then you've got another like 7, maybe 6, 7 months after that to wait till the wallet gets out. So cool. A lot of the other dApps are probably going to be out like that, where Power City already said that they've got their core almost finished, their NFT marketplace almost finished, and their bridge, their third-party swapping DEX bridge, which could be out pretty soon. So pretty amazing, those 3 out there. So they're definitely ahead on development side based on what they've said publicly. KG will give a talk on stage in front of 3,000 people and being live streamed, talking all about Internet Money ecosystem and incredible things we're doing. So that's pretty cool. Obviously, in the interim, between getting the IMD token, they've going to have the CIMD token, which is already on testnet. So you can see that already. If you sacrifice for Internet Money, you'll be able to play with that on testnet, and is aiming to be launched within the first 48 hours. So CIMD is going to be the interim trading one on Pulsechain. So that'd be really tradable. So just be careful there if you want to hold your IMD for the wallet. You can't, you don't want to sell your CIMD unless, of course, you're speculating, maybe make a nice little profit up front based on your sacrifice set costs, and of course you could speculate. So we'll see people do that, no doubt, right? It's just the way markets work in crypto. IM will launch once price discovery occurs on Pulsechain. Obviously, Pulsechain starts and we get a price discovery. You still have time to load up on your BSC IM to get your 1-to-1 copy on Pulsechain. This community is incredible. So a brilliant update from KG there as well from Internet Money. So cool. Very cool. Hope you guys like that. Now, I hope a lot more teams out there to give an update like this. This is the way you should do it. Very clear. We got all the key points there. So hats off. And of course, the last time we had that with the discrepancy with the sacrifice, it was another clear communication, a brilliant approach to solving this issue. And I really love that. Gives you great confidence about the project going forward. So cool. All right, so let's get back into the Hex price there. We're at 18.8. We had a little green candle bounce there. The old Hex token influence looking pretty nice. Francis in the house has got a lot of love for that. Hey, Francis, appreciate that. So very cool. Let me know in the chat how you're feeling about things at the moment. You feeling bullish or anything like that? Maybe we'll do let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. How you feeling? How you feeling about everything coming for RH for I guess Pulsechain, Pulse X and X. I'm gonna put down some here. We've got the super. All right, there's a bit of fun. It's a bit of a fun poll. We'll put that fun poll. All right, cool. Get into that, folks. Woohoo! All right, get into that poll. It's going to be good. Hey, welcome everybody. Of course, Mr. Froz in the house from India. Good morning, sir. Hey, good, Mr. Froz. Good to see you. It is currently 6:34 p.m. on Friday, the 6th of May, here in good old Kiwiland, aka New Zealand, aka Aotearoa, aka the land of the long white cloud. Isn't that a cool title? That's a cool phrase or whatever. That was pretty neat. The land of the long white cloud. Because we typically have this big long cloud running over the country a lot of the time, so that's probably why. Good morning, all. Froz in the house. Woohoo! Excellent choice, yes, man. Please remind people to be safe about airdrops into their wallets. Yeah. So be very safe about your wallets connecting. Make sure you do investment due diligence to wallets. There's going to be tons and tons of airdrops to Hex stakers, to Genesis wallets, for Pulsechain and Pulsex. Don't rush in because all you need is, if you get 10 airdrops, one of those is bad, you lose everything. You know, that's the thing. That's kind of thing. So be very careful out there interacting. Wait till the community's done a bit of, you know, investigation and checked out. Maybe you've heard from people that know about coding, and just wait till it just eases off a little bit. Don't be the first to rush in, because you could be the first one to lose everything. So just be careful out there as well. Francis, I love Jesus. I'm bullish, says Francis. Me too. Bullish. That is why I have helped hold the price up, says excellent choice. No, it's fine. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Excellent choice. Awesome. Quinn Jin's in Alsay. Hey, Quinn Jin. And where's the all of the above option in the poll? Yeah, I should have had that, but it is scaled. It is scaled. So the top of the poll is how you feel. I forgot to write the word you. How are you feeling about everything coming from Pulsechain, Pulsex and X? Fun poll. We've got super bullish. That's the top one. Confidence is high. Good. I just want it launching now. It's kind of like you're frustrated. You just want it going. You kind of feel good, but you just want it now. Get into that. It's a bit of a fun poll. All of the above is definitely the case there. Mexican Hex Skins. I am a 3 to 5 year looker and a 10x on top of any interest gains. 38% is still better than anything out there. That's true. And I think that's going to play really well for the Hex Investment Trust there that Wales Only and Kinetics team are doing as well. So I think that's going to be good. We got so many cool products. Just taking Hex off the market really is cool. Maxi, Hedron, Hex Investment Trust, the big whales are playing. Like I said, the only wild card out there at the moment is the Three Arrows stake coming out on the 9th. We'll see what they do as well. Hey, we've got some terrible stuff coming in the chat there. Moderator alert, moderator alert, moderator alert. Oh my gosh, we got spammed massively. Who's going to be the moderators to deal with that? Let's have a look. Let's see who does it. Super bullish is J-Pon, me too. Davison in the house there, gang. Yep, and J-Pon there with the emojis looking good. Get Hex says, bring it. Absolutely, with a couple of, couple glasses of wine. That's pretty nice. And Brazology smashed it. And it's now too. So a combination there between the Foreman and Brazology smashed out those terrible spamming bots. Hex GT says, uber bullish, $1.20 at Mainnet. I like it. That is uber bullish. That's uber bullish. All right, so let's get back to the Hex price there. And I think Wales Only was having with a couple of other people. Wave 3, my favorite. Remember Wave 3 was on the Wales Only and Discord Syndicate doing a live feed for about 3 hours. Lots of cool analysis in there, so go check that stuff out if you want to do later on. You might have to jump through certain sections depending on what you like. They do some general crypto stuff and market stuff, but they also do lots of stuff about Hex and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. Brazil says, got him, absolutely. And Hexcellent says, thanks for wrenching them. Yeah. And it's amazing there, Hammett. We wrenched them. That's definitely the case. Is I think Hex 16 needs a spinner. Hex Dex there. Mod me, I'll kill it, says Hex Dex. Hey, welcome to the team. Hex Dex there, latest model. Hey, we got 2 new moderators today, Hex Dex and Magic Couple Ride. So awesome stuff. Welcome to both of them. Very cool. All right, so what we're up to, an hour and 37, hour and 38. We're doing pretty good. We're going to head up to 2 hours. Seems like I start off at an hour and 20, but the second live stream always ends up going to 2 hours. That's because we love this stuff. We love it. It's running through our veins. Did Richard know that he was going to have us so enthralled with what he's building to solve problems in the crypto space? It is pretty funny as well. 4 minutes go, 31 votes already. Smash up that poll, folks. And don't forget to smash the likes. We've got 75 likes. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash that like. We're always trying to get to 100 likes now on the video. I think it might help with the algorithm there. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. What are we up to now? 2. We just hey, well done. Woohoo! We just hit 4,250 subs. So thank you everybody that subbed. I do appreciate the support. So a big shout out to 4,250 subs. On our way to 5,000, and of course, when we hit 5,555 subs, I'm going to have a special thing happen then. That's going to be pretty cool. It's already in the head, so it's already going to play up. I think we'll have a lot of fun with that. And I remember a couple of other channels have celebrated hitting 555 in the past, so we're going to follow that tradition. Hopefully, it's going to be very, very cool. So looking forward to 4,250 subs. That's pretty cool. Quinn Jim says Axis Alive was on fire in that stream. Axis Alive was great too. I am really familiar with them, but it was cool to see that. Obviously, Wales only and Wave 3 I've followed, but Access Alive was the new one in that. He was doing a really great job. I heard a couple sections. I didn't watch much of it. I only watched little bits, but I'll go and try and watch a lot of that later on. But yeah, he was definitely. I think if I know the one you're talking about, that you think he was definitely in there. I think there were 3 people in there. So cool. Brizzotti says you can tell who loves this stuff by who is here right now. Says Brizzotti. That's true, Briz. You are so right. And we're just loving it. It's so good. So Hex price 18.8 cents. Lal says, how to Pulse email me and said I won't be able to trade my Hex for PHEX for a day or two after lunch. Launch Pulse email. Really? Is that the official? I hope that's the official one there, Lal. Be careful who's sending you emails. I won't be able to trade my EHEX for PHEX for a day or two after launch. That sounds a bit weird there, Lal. Maybe you should hit us up in Discord there if you're going to got some issues there. I'm not sure who you're talking to, but be careful of spams. Is that not typically, unless you contacted them, they're not going to contact you. So just take care out there. Hexy GT says, woo! What else we got there? Hexy GT. What else? Hexy GT says, I think PDC chops to 28,000 as Hex pumps to $1.20. That would be pretty insane, that's for sure. Does anyone know if you can connect more than one MetaMask wallet with a single hardware wallet? I'm not aware of that, that you can do that. That'd be interesting. Anyway, so don't forget to get into Discord. We've got 314 members, heading up towards 350. Get in there, folks. We've been getting pretty good conversations on, and it's only getting better and better and better, so definitely get into that. So I'm going to actually might save that to my favorites for a while, just to make sure I don't lose that one. Let's have a look here. 18.8 cents. Are we going to be able to get some smashing Hex price here on live stream? Are we going to get some massive buy in here? We'll wait and see. We've got a lot of volume coming in here, relatively speaking, at the moment. So we'll see how that plays out. What else we're doing? So we're going to close out of that, and we're going to go to the Hex stake here. So yeah, I hadn't finished this commentary, but on the Hex price here, 2 weeks of green candles on the weekly. This is the full price chart here, and of course on log scale as well. So it's got the equal proportionality to it, and of course better for long-term trends. So very, very cool. We've got the all-time low, and of course we've got the high there. What's this got the word low in there? I must have copy and pasted that from the thing there. I don't know why that's got the word high in it, low in it. Damn. So we got the high there, 52 cents. And of course we came back to support here. We hit that again. So we're going to take that away there. Bam. I might take that. Oh, where's it going there? Where? I'm going to get rid of that. Cool. Get rid of that too. Pulse X Hend here. So that was cool on the 21st. That was the 20. That's got the scale of this chart. But anyway, we've got looking positive. Hopefully we can get back into this range here. Let me just take that and put that on there. Cool. So yeah, hope we'll get back into this bullish range. I know people have got these log charts and they all look slightly different. Have you noticed? They look slightly different from each other. Just slightly different, these log charts. But that's I don't know why when it happens. And so that's the weekly. Let's have a look. I think we got the monthly here too. We checked it out. That's going to look scaly funny. Monthly looking green too on here. So that was actually red before. That was red, but it's now green. We've got some nice dojis in there too. Kind of bullish, man. Kind of bullish. Woohoo! Mate, all we need is get this run like that. Look at that on the monthly. That's insane in the membrane. Don't you love that? Woohoo! All right, so cool. That's some of the long-term view. And the daily, of course, back to the daily. Back to the daily there. That is the daily long-term. That's the whole Hex chart there, folks. Very, very cool. And of course, $1 is our aspiration at this stage. $1 has really changed the game because it's psychologically different. It's also for the bigger like institutions and other stuff like that, especially in the crypto market. $1's got that psychological thing, particularly in non-conventional, non-crypto, that $1. And of course, once we get over there, the price can move at quicker rates, right? This moves at quicker rates, 10, 20, 30 cents, 50 cent days. It really can change pretty fast. And of course, in the liquidity pools, with our formula X times Y equals K, that changing of tokens with US dollars or Hex or ETH or Hex, and it's going to be really, really different. Let's have a look at liquidity because I want to talk about that quickly, but I'm actually going to cover that in tomorrow's video. And man, I want to talk about it already, but I'm going to wait off till tomorrow. Good discipline there. Let's jump over the Hex here, the liquidity in the pool. We've got 125 million Hex in the pool at the moment, so not too bad. And actually, we should pull up the Uniswap add some. Let's pull up Uniswap. Uniswap. We're going to go to let's go to that one there, I think. Uniswap, and actually I should probably use my. I'm going to actually change this around. There's a lot of things I'm not doing that I need to show. I need to make sure I start doing that. So charts there, and Hex. I thought I'd saved it on my favorites already, so I need to save that favorite there. Hex, boom. All right, so we're going to go down to these are all the pairings, of course, that we've got here. Hex USDC, we've got the 1% pool, the 0.3% pool, and we're going to go down to the ads here. You can see that this is what's been added to liquidity across the pools here. So we had some 1 hour ago, we had 9.6 million Hex added in here, and 9.6 million added there too. So interesting stuff there. 1.8 million. What else we had? 8 hours, 1 million Hex added just to one side. So if you know it's one side, you know it's a version 3 liquidity because only version 3 can do one-sided adding. Whereas if you have on both sides, well, you've got PLSD there, but if you had, if let's say, oh, that one is also one side, it's got USDC on there, it's 1 day ago. Let's have a look at another pair. So we've got Hex and ETH, Hex and ETH. So the Hex and ETH pair, we can see that we've got liquidity added on both, but of course we don't know whether that's V2 or V3. We'd have to have a look on a particular pair. But that's kind of what's been happening at the moment. So just a lot of Hex added to the pool, and that's that obviously may have, if it's on V3, it can be targeted at a particular range in liquidity pool. So where have I got the TVL there, the volume. USD 3 volume 26 million. Look at this one, and of course we've got the liquidity here, and you can see where we're at the moment. So we got the buyer side on the right here. So as we move from the right to left, we got the volume that's up there for buyers, and of course this is one way of actually, instead of doing a limit order, you can provide liquidity if you wanted to on the V3 and just get that hit by the price. And of course, on the seller side here, we've got the higher prices on the left here, and of course that we've got this wall here at the moment to eat through here. And this is on the what's this, on the 1%? On the pool there. I don't actually spend much time in here these days, so getting a little rusty. I might have to up my game here, spend a bit more time on this stuff. And so yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So that red line there is the price at the moment in the middle. So that's kind of it. So there's the sellers and the buyers on that one. That particular pair, Hex USDC 1%. So it's the 1% market. So it's a specialty market. We're going to have a look at the USDC 3% market. There's a standard one. And so we'll have a look at the liquidity on here, and let us have a look here. So this is the buyer's side here, and of course so that's all the support there, and of course you've got the price in the middle and a seller side here. So we've got a big wall here at 20, just in the early 20 cents. This is like where we said we've got to break that 20 to 21 cent, 20 to 22 cent and on this particular pool we've got that big wall there on the base pool, 0.73% fee. Sitting there at the moment, so they'd like to make it fun for us. This is the way it goes. And in terms of adding liquidity, 8 hours ago, yeah, we had the 1 million added on the Hex side. And what else we got here? 1 day ago, so not much there. Removes. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So we had a 9 million Hex removed and 191,000 US dollars removed. I just wondered that because the pool had dropped so much. We ended the day with 139 million Hex in the pool. We have had the price was sitting at 17.7, and of course now we're sitting at 18.8. So some of it would have been bought up, but of course we also had the reduction way more than that. And of course, because it looks like we've had some Hex removed from the pool there, at least from this particular pool, the US dollar one, which is the one that we were looking at. So interesting stuff there. Who else have we got in the chat there? We've got Lyle Allison there. I contact them about my Hex not showing up and testing it. Oh, yeah, cool. Nice one, Lyle. Yeah, you always try to be cautious about the stuff. We always get alarms, so hopefully the better be safe than sorry. So good luck. Iceman Next says, cool rocket bags. And hey, Hex GT's in the house. New Hex Token channel member. Big bow down, as I always do. Always pay homage. Physical homage is kind of just a big thanks. And it's very cool. So welcome to the team there. Don't forget to smash out the emojis there, Hex GT. Definitely in. Hey, we're going to wrap up the poll. We got 16 votes there, so we're going to end the poll and go for gold on that. XG in house. Hopefully, let's see if XG's done some emojis. Mexican Hexkin says floodgates for Hex could open after that big stake makes its play. Some big money could be watching it. Yeah, Mexican Hexkin, it's true. Now, the other thing is, of course, we had Overwatch talking about that they wanted anyone that wanted to sell OTC 250 to 450 million Hex. And of course, they're doing a number of things. Someone was talking about exchange and other stuff that they might be doing. And of course, looks like they were doing OTC either for themselves or for a project they were doing in partnerships or for a third party that they were helping out, maybe entering teams. So I don't know what that was. But of course, we've also got that they were talking about 29 Degrees doing a deal with them. And so we have had 29 Degrees in the past. As well. Now, obviously, I don't spend my time following every single thing over the last couple of years, but definitely I remember that name in the past. So, yeah, definitely looks like they've done a deal there. And, of course, then we've got Three Arrows and other people that have been, these kind of VCs inside or venture VCs or crypto capital firms that have been inside Hex for a while since the beginning. So, interesting. Now, Rango says, thanks for the second stream today, sir. Hey, Rango, it's a pleasure, man. You know me, I love this stuff. We're up to an hour and 51 minutes. We've got 55 people watching, so welcome, everybody. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like. Excellent choices in house. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, we've got the poll results. How are you feeling? Sorry, Mr. U, about everything coming from Pulsechain and Pulsechain and Hex. Fun poll. Super bullish, 66%. Confidence is high, 26%. I just want it launching now, 7%, and good. No one's just feeling good. They're either feeling confidence or just like, come on, let's bring it on. And I think that 7% is probably a lot higher than in reality. People just like, bring that thing on. But confidence is high or super bullish. That's a bit of fun vote there, 42 votes. Thanks for playing in that one. GT says, love Friday evenings with Hex Token live stream and a single malt. That's nice one, GT. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a light beer myself. I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but light beer is a lot of fun. Excellent choice says, great stream, Superman. Hey, you're welcome. And Jay Pond in house there too. Time to have a cheeky beer. It's Friday night. It is. So around the world, of course, in New Zealand here, it's 6:52 p.m., 6th of May on Friday. And of course, we're pretty much the most forward time date, broadcasting from the future here. So, yeah, welcome. I know many of you are probably still on Thursday, maybe Thursday evening, maybe early Friday morning, something like that. But welcome to wherever you are. Some of you will be, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're probably only a few hours behind us here. So that's cool. Magic Upride's got the woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, that's right, Magic Upride. That's how we roll. We are excited on this channel because we're involved. I say this all the time. We are involved in the golden products of crypto. This is the some of the best products ever created in history. I'm not joking, in history. Now, you can make mad gains in tech stocks if you get on them early and you run them long way. But really, very either tech stocks or a few VC projects, very hard to get access to those. And of course, you can do that in those. But of course, here in crypto, it really opens it up to everybody. And of course, there is crypto. There are good quality tokens in crypto or coins. And then there is a Richard Hart's token ecosystem, and it really is the gold products in crypto at the top of DeFi. So congratulations, everybody. Get excited for sure. If you're feeling super bullish, confidence is high, I can understand why. You are lucky to be on having a first-class ticket to the ultimate ride. And of course, this is going to help a lot of people in their lives. Once again, not investment advice, own due diligence. Just got to say it because that's how we roll here. Attention, NGO says, love Friday. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, Friday's great. So enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekends here. And of course, we're covering Pulsechain here. Right, we'll move away from this chart. There is currently, how much? 43 million Hex in this particular pair. Almost $10 million. Nice. I'm going to jump over to the Hex price here in real time, 18.7 cents. So cool. And we can see actually in that chart, we're going to go back to that one. I'm going to go, I lost it now. Uniswap. Let me pull that all the way over, that way I won't lose it. Yeah, in this particular pair, we want to, we've got to see, let's have a look at the fees here. We've got fees in here, and we've got TVL locked here as well. So 19, and we've got volume here as well. So picked up a bit of volume there. Was a bit of a lull here. We definitely picked that up. We've got swaps on here too. A lot of swaps. I wonder if they match well. Swaps here. 180,000 hex, $22,000 10 minutes ago. It's always 10 minutes delayed for some reason on my browser. I'm not sure whether it happens for everybody. It happens to me. All right, cool. Cool VIP, as we said. Cool VIP. Get out of that. We'll get out of our log chart, although that's been pretty cool. So looking bullish on the weekly and the monthly at the moment. And of course, looking good on the hourly too. 18.7 cents. And this is despite having people, people selling into this rise as well. We could really get unleashed, like I say, with that big Hex stake coming out. 3 hours one, we could really rock on from there. Because I don't see them selling it, just being mad crazy to sell it. So I think that the Pulsechain play is a much better play. That seems to make a lot of sense. So yeah. Right, cool. And we're going to jump out. Let's have a look at some of the other prices at the moment. Pulsechain is coming. Bitcoin at 36,400. ETH at 2,700. Hetron at 12.15. Nice little green candle there on the daily. Let's get out of that one. And we've got PLSD. Let's get out of the trades there. We've got PLSD on the daily at $2.68. So holding up, but did break down there. And we've got P33 meme coin at 54 cents. We've got Pulse Dodge coin at 1 cent. Let me know in the chat if you want me to check out any other charts as well. Let's look at IMD. Let's look at IMD. Let's look at IM, Internet Money. We should be able to pull that out there. IM, it should show up here. IM BSC. IM BNB. Internet Money BUSD. Guess which one we look at here? 740. It's a 57. That's probably the one here. We'll look at that one. Might save that to the favorites there. Add to the watch list. And we'll go to the daily. We'll go to the daily chart there. That's the daily there. So definitely had a rally up there, and 4,000 now down to 1821. I don't know, that might be an attractive buy area there. Now we've got there 100 pulled M. There's 156 billion pulled M in there. 75 wrapped BNB. Let's have a look at how much is in the supply. Now it did have the big burn, remember? So it had. Oh man, it's got big numbers, man. It's definitely like a Shiba kind of thing. We had billions and then 420 trillion. That's amazing. That makes Pulsechain and Pulsex look really small on that one. Being Pulsechain maybe around 133 trillion, Pulsex around about 122 trillion, somewhere in that ballpark. Cool. We've got holders in here. Leader holders here. I don't know much about this project, so I'm just reading this one here. Man, oh man, that's a lot of IMD there. So it gets down to more recent 105 billion there, so forth. So cool. Let me know in the chat if you've got some of this IM token. And we've got the contract here. What sort of read-only functions allow balance of decimals? Oh, not a public access there. What's on the right contract? Approve, decrease allowance, increase allowance, transfer from. So that's pretty basic too. All right, cool VIP, as we say. What else are we going to say about that? I guess that's about it. Oh, well, we can go to, I guess we can go to Nomics. I guess Nomics might have some information about that. Nomics.com, and we'll put an IM. Hopefully it will bring something up. IM token, money, internet money. We'll have the internet money. Internet money. No, can't see it there. It's probably on somewhere, but hey, who cares? That's probably enough there. Cool VIP. Let's have a look in the chat there. You guys are probably wondering, what's he doing? What's Superman doing, man? Has he lost his mind? Will PLSX go live at 10x from average stack price? Definitely could do that, XGT. Definitely. So that's I'm looking at a 1/10 of a penny. That would be quite reasonable. I just don't know if Pulse or Pulsex is going to go down very far. on the pullbacks. There's so much leverage demand. I think it will do some severe stuff, but I just don't know how long it's going to hold that. I just don't see it. Excellent choice says, and just so many people want to get Pulse. So many people want to get Pulse. There's only 50,000 wallets or somewhere in that ballpark who have got that. And of course, we can go to PulseX leads. We can have a look at the numbers here, kind of as a proxy. These are obviously depending on the chain they're showing. But you know, we had on here we had Ethereum. This is PulseX. So we had Ethereum, BSC, Polygon Matic, and I think we had what else we had? Separate chains. We also had AVAX in there. And if we go back to the leaderboard, let me just get rid of that. We get rid of that. So we had 136,000 on here on this wallets, and obviously if you include Bitcoin, BSC, so Bitcoin Cash, and all the others, Tron, we're probably around. I'm just guessing, but around 150,000 on that. So that's kind of where I get the 150,000 mark from. The PulseX lead one, the PulseX one, we have to jump over to the other site. So this is on pulsexlead.com, and this is on pulselead.xyz, so it's easy to get tripped up on there. I always just go through the Hex Godwell's address to get back to here. I always forget what the address is, and I should probably save it as my favorite there. Let me save that. That'll probably save me a lot of trouble. Yeah, so we had this one here, and of course this was Ethereum. It had Aave on it, but it was primarily Ethereum, I think. And of course that had how many wallets did it have? Had 41,800. So that's where we get that kind of 50,000 wallets if we include all the other chains. Kind of a proxy number. So 150 versus 50,000. So just a proxy there, because it's definitely more than 41,810, right? So there's also the pools as well. Obviously with PulseX, there was Magic Cup right in there too. Sitting at number, was it 25, 24? Was that one there? I think that's Magic Cup, right? Let me have a look on that one. Was it that one there below? It's either 25, 26, or I'm just trying to remember now. We can quickly find out when we. Oh, it didn't have that. Oh yeah, sorry, wrong one there. Let me just view that one. I think it's 25. No, it's not that one. On 25, 24. Magic Upride's in the chat there, probably laughing at me right now, trying to find out which one it is. 24? No, it's not 24 either. So 26. I said 24, 25, 26. I'm not even looking at Magic Upride's commenting on my stupidity, but let's have a look at number CDE. Is it 27? CDE? Maybe it's CDE. I have a feeling it might be CDE. Let's go to number two. No, it's not that one either. So it is 26, is it? Let me just jump up here. This is hilarious, man. I'm making a fool of myself on live stream. It's not the first time. Not first time he says. That's none of those ones. Let me go to the cheat. Magic Upride's in the chat there. I'm sure he's going to save the day. Excellent choice. Life is good. It might be tough today, but delay gratification will pay it off. That's true. I'm a turtle. All I can do is slowly up and to the right. Turtle power. Yeah, that's true. Up and slowly up to the right. 21. 21 is the number. So 21. I love what you did there in the chat there. So it's 21 here is the Magic Upride. Man, that's even better. That's even better. I just had to remember 24, 25 in my head, and I couldn't remember the actual end of the address. So it's DE807. DE807, remember. Commit that to memory. Yeah, 4.3 million on there. It's got there the effective one there, a 2.15 multiply bonus. That's what happens when you go into a syndicated pool. You get a massive whale bonus. That is a huge benefit to the people that sacrifice with them. It indicates here something like 80, 85, but of course they've probably got some other chains. I can't remember that. No, you just did the main chains and you had BSC and stuff. So that's probably indicative anyway. 85 billion. That's pretty massive. But they've got thousands of wallets in there, right? So that's what I mean. If you've got to add the wallets on, it adds up when you add on all the wallets. So you've got to kind of go to guesstimation. Obviously, the people that obviously with the official sacrifice, they have a pretty decent number, but then on top, you don't know how many wallets are sitting inside. So pretty fascinating. So yeah, all these sacrifices. Look at all these that Pulse, that Magic Upright did on this was absolutely massive. Look at this all, man. This all the sacrifices. So there we are. It's pretty massive all the way from 4th of January there. So it launched on about the 30th of December. and of course they started sacrificing here 4th of January onwards. This is on Pulsechain leads. Yeah, Pulsechain. So all the way up here. Look at this stuff, man. Just keep pouring in. And of course, man, they had to manage all this, man. That's crazy. Multiple wallets, I think, and spreadsheets and everything. Pretty big. They did it. They did it. All right. So 21, and yeah, effective was pretty amazing. And that bonus, look at that volume bonus, beautiful. So probably got thousands of wallets sitting in here, no doubt. So pretty cool. That was Magic Cup, right? Now they didn't do the Pulse one. I don't think they were around at that time doing that sort of stuff that I'm aware of. But yeah, pretty awesome. Let's jump back to the Hex price. We'll jump in the chat there and catch up on stuff. Hey, we're up to 2 hours and 5 minutes. Man, oh man, I'm losing track of time. All I can think of is Pulse and Pulsechain and Hex. What's wrong with me? You know, all I can say is Wales done told you, right? Wales done told you that it's all happening. There are 17 trillion now, says Magic Carpet Ride. 17 trillion. With 70 trillion with the Pulsechain, yeah. 70 trillion with the Pulsechain. Around about 16.4 trillion with the Pulse. That includes the AMM bot with about 3.2 trillion, yeah. Yo, buddy. Hey, good to see X got tiddle. You should do a poll on how many tokens will be listed on Pulsechain the first month. It's going to be tons, man. It's going to be tons. Everything's getting copied over X God Tiddle. So everything's getting copied. We know there's going to be over half a million tokens from Ethereum copied over. So obviously people got the AMM bot's going to run on the Ethereum peers. And of course, we know that people will then, in addition to those, will set up. There'll be all the setup peers have to get set up with liquidity, and then of course bridge peers. We're going to bridge peers coming after that. So there's a lot of stuff to happen, man. You think about it, that engine's just going to start just sort of like first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear, and hey, then before you know it, the thing is absolutely humming. Super Dex and Super Chain. Hex got turtle poll, love it, and we got the hearts in there. Boom, boom, boom. Magic Cup Ride came to the day. 21, lols laughing at me. 21, yeah, 2.16 multiply. Woo-hoo-hoo. We're pumping in there, and of course 21. Watch the screen, look at the screen. I wasn't looking at the screen. I was trying to get it without looking at the screen because I knew Magic Carpet Ride was going to try and get me to look at it. That's hilarious. Hex God Tour now it's there with the turtles. Woo! Tech totals are better today, says DP Cooper. Yeah. People have obviously the one we had the third to last version, I think had some major errors. Like they must have just done it wrong when they run their queries or something. They must have done something wrong there. But they fixed all that up, so it looks pretty good. It's now woohoo with the turtles. Hey, Richard might say something like, "This is the final sacrifice balance, and this is the final one," and they might have some sort of residual process to fix up any edge cases. And of course, like just tough luck on that, but they got to 99.99% of the people. It's probably going to end up like that. They'll be bullish, right? Everyone go, woohoo, sack's done. We're game was on. Game's getting close. We're in the end game. Brazil's the house 21. Yeah. Everyone remembers. Brazil remember blackjack. Yes. What's RH thoughts on KYC? Yeah, he's not into KYC. He likes decentralized world. We had 520 unique wallets. Okay, so not thousands, but 520. Okay, that gives a good idea. Thanks for that, Magic Cup Ride. Lyle says lies beneath, and Property Review says lots of knowledge. Yeah, cool. 520. I'm going to write that down, Magic Cup Ride, so don't forget. 520. That's going to stay in my brain now for the membrane. Lots of knowledge from you today. Much appreciated, Hex Token Socials. Hey, Property Review, it was great having you on the channel. A big shout out to you. Now, if you want to subscribe to Property Review, remember, links in the video description. That was pretty cool. Excellent choice. Woohoo! I'm actually up to sack balance. Then we are into staging. Yeah, staging is going to be so good. Welcome to the stage. Are you not entertained by Pulsechain? Rocking on with the DMZ. I'm getting excited now. Bam. All right, so we're up to on there. We'll hear from... let's hear from Richard again, shall we? We smash that. Smash the like and hit the tweet. We're only not 92 likes. Let's smash the likes. Get us to 100. We can do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smash. Beep, 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 beep. We smashed the likes. 100 likes. Let's do it. And that's just the way we roll there. Let's listen to Richard again on that one, on the update. I always like listening to this one. Woo, that's good.
Since we're targeting mid-May, he would appreciate launching Pulsechain on his birthday.
Oh, yeah?
So
Well,
we like May 14th, and we'll
we're
all
close.
together.
It's basically like the final step is like staging to where you practice the things that need to happen for mainnet, and then see if you can get anything to screw up, and do that over and over again until it's going to be fine for mainnet. So we're not in staging yet, but we're getting close. Like SAC totals it's looking really good. The AMM bot now works against basically all the Uniswaps, which is nice. What else? It? Yeah, so like it's DevOps, which is making the launch stuff work right. And then AMM's pretty much done. Well, I got to analyze what AMM did. So we still have to see what the outcome of the logic has done and make sure that it makes sense. So now, I mean, mid-May, we're targeting it.
I'm
50-50 mid-May, 75% a week later, maybe. I don't know. I think we could do it. It's really, they're unknown unknowns, so we're close. We're running out of stuff to do. We're really running out.
So there we are, folks. That's from Richard Hart himself, and that's a pretty good video. I'm actually going to might play another one too. Let me have a look here. I got another one of his. I'm just trying to think. How long is that one? I'm not sure how long that one is. Let's watch it. This is an older one. So remember, this is an older one. So we'll watch this one. This is where he's wearing his black shirt. I can't remember how long this is, so we might exit this if it's too long.
My next Pulsechain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So
you can see there was another one mid-May. That was the other one. We have a third one, but it's much longer, so I won't play that one. But that had a lot of discussion stuff in there about edge cases and stuff. But it's pretty cool. What else we got going there? Yeah, after we're into staging for sure. And of course, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. That was Richard Hart about staging. Basically, they've got to make sure they got the servers up and running. They've got to stage out the launch with the blockchain, the validators, the servers, a lot of the administration stuff, communication stuff, all that sort of thing. The GitLab, all that good stuff, and then roll out to do the AMM bot and harvesting. And get all the all that stuff, liquidity pairs up and running, all that sort of stuff before people get a lot of access to the chain. So it's going to be pretty. Also the block height, of course, we've got to hear about that. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff there. A little bit more about the incentive token would be pretty cool. Hearing a bit more about that would be nice. And of course the DAO operations we'll just have to see there. Toxic Charles in the house there. Again, you want me to like? Fine. Now go away, nerd. It says Toxic Charles. Funny man. Now that is not Craig. That probably is now our head moderator there, trying to test out the system. So cool. I'm not sure if it lasted long. Did it last? Yeah, Hedgehog stayed there. No one modified that one. That's pretty funny. 100 likes says Rango. Hey, we done 104 likes. Woo! Dual Rules, Dual Rules, and Brazolji and I, we love that movie. The Dual Rules. That's the way we roll. Ronga's in the house party. Very, very cool. Thanks everyone for smashing the likes. Stake everyone, secure your financial future. And Matt Bonnet says, waiting for the pre-launch super spike in Hex price. Absolutely. But the higher we get now, the higher that will be. That's why I wanted to get into at least 35 cents would be ideal, man. If we got 35 cents, I don't know if we'll get there. We could get there. I mean, just in a couple of days we could get there. But 25 cents would be nice. 35 cents would be very delicious. Delicious at 35 cents. And of course, we need a lot of buy pressure to get us there. But man, oh man, could you imagine it? That'd be absolutely epic. The price rise, and we could get to all-time highs and maybe even 60, 70 cents if we're lucky. That would be very, very exciting. Excellent choices. I love RH last pick. His clothes look like a coloring book. Really? So we'll look at that. See if I can pull that up. This one here. Is that the one you're talking about? The Prada there. $10,000 Prada outfit. Instagram. He's at the gym there too. Oh man, this guy, he's hardcore, man. He's so hardcore. Look at his cheesy face. That's a cheesy grin. That is hilarious. This guy's got some. He's the ultimate stylist, man. Nice, buddy. Flower Man says Hodl Master. That's hilarious. That's pretty cool. Funny dude. All right, so we got Hex is almost at 19 cents, man. I mean, this is not far away from 19 cents. We've got a higher low. We've got a higher low. That was our lower low. That's a higher low. We're holding this long-term support. This is our this is on the hourly chart. So we've got the support. This is our only last support line. We had heaps of them up here. They all disappeared when we got this pullback. But so far, high low. Everything's still looking good. Let's have a look at the RSI, the DMI. Sorry, DMI. The buyers have taken control on the DMI. Cool on the hourly, and the RSI has got plenty of room to move for a move up there to 20 cents. We might get to 20 cents and has another little resistance line there, so we need a bit of oomph on that. So look at the daily on Hex. Daily on Hex is looking pretty good there on the daily. You've got to take that 20 cent mark, and of course the DMI buyers are still in control but pulling back here. Momentum still is the friend, so the trend is still in favor of the buyers despite the pull there. The sellers are taking a bit more emphasis there lately, and we have got the whale bot. It gives us a little bit of clue. You have look at these are all these short-term stakes, stake 5 days. This one 20 million Hex stake for 3,000 10 years 1 hour ago. Woo-hoo-hoo! That is super cool. Super cool. Let's pull up this one. We've got the address there. Let's go to Hex Info. We're going to be nosy today. I don't typically do this too much, but we're going to be nosy today just for fun. We pull this up and we're going to paste this address in. Cool. Let's push that in there. And bam. All right. So look here. So this is a 20 million Hex stake. 7:16. Probably look at it. We're up to 2 hours and 16 minutes. We're doing a mega stream tonight, man. Seriously. All right. So what do we got here? So cool VIP. That looks like the one there. 51. What we got that one? Oh, it hasn't ticked over yet. So I don't think it's ticked over. They just made the stakes that won't show up yet. And of course, but they have got at the moment. They've got the stake out here, 51 million X. They've got this one here coming out 96. This must be maybe it's the one they related to. 96 million there. What have they got there in the wallet? We're gonna have a look. Boom. And 220, 147,000 US dollars there. Don't know if they had the Hex on there at the moment. 11 minutes ago. Yeah, C20s. Null address. So they did some stakes 24 minutes ago. 76 million. 3 hours ago. 20 million. And 20 million. So yeah, I guess that's the right one. Cool. Let's go. Please check your balances. Just bought. So 3 hours ago we had 2.5 million Hex bought. 460,000, and some stakes, some short-term stakes there. So not bad at all. Lots of activity happening at the moment, if you've noticed. Definitely a lot of activity. Oh, we got some more adult stuff in there. Boy, oh boy, will they get away from this family channel? But we got moderators in the house to deal with them. Rango says I want 0.1 so I could buy more. Rango, hey, we already were down at 10 to 12 cents. Rango, we're already down at that level. Right, so cool. Let us have a look here. Hex Token Socials. Yep, RH is hidden diva. Lol says Hex God Tiddle. He's the man. Says excellent choice. Yeah, he definitely tries the style there. I believe in the last days before mainnet we can go to 50 cents. Says lies beneath. I think we will spike to 70, 80. Yeah, I definitely think that's a possibility. But I would just does depend on how high we get before we get the staging announced. That's probably the key there. His girl too says he doesn't give a crap what people think. I love it. I can't wait until people are begging him to come on shows. Yeah. Stock market crash is having pressure on Hex, but it's doing very well since Simple Believer. Especially to see the crazy stuff he is doing, going into where on the show is going to be great. Says Hex God Total. Yeah. This is part of that flamboyance, that's for sure. And the moderators in the chat there smashing those out. So who was that? Deleted it by It's Now. It's onto it. So big shout out. A big shout out to It's Now on doing onboarding so many people and taking the time out to do that. So awesome stuff. And of course, It's Now is our head of our forum of our moderator team. So a big shout out to him for that. Rango says thanks for the stream, buddy. Need to head off. Hey, Rango, appreciate you dropping in there. Name says, going to buy 3 discounted T-shirts through Maxi today. Nice one there, Name. Nice one. And of course, Maxi sitting at 21.5 cents. Hex almost at 19 cents. So the premium of against Hex, Maxi versus Hex, is at 15%, holding that pretty solid. Look at that. Holding that pretty solid, that line there. That's pretty crazy stuff there. Actually, I should just add a line here. What can we add a trend in here? Indicators. What line do I want to add in here? An average line. Average price. An oscillator maybe. Awesome oscillator. I'm not sure where that does that come in. Did I add that or not? Is that? Oh, I guess I averaged it. That's just 15 there. So 115. Is that 15? No, that's the current price. That's not helping me at all. Did I actually average that in? I didn't. No, well, that didn't work for me. I'll have to work on that later. Right, we've got 2 hours and 20. So we're doing pretty good here. We've got 56 people watching at the moment. Smash the likes, of course. 106. And what else we got going there? Max Bonnet says your stream has a good vibe, bro. I appreciate that, Max. We are chilling it here. We're all in the same like-minded community and loving it. And so great to have you in the chat there. Woohoo! Now you got to check out my live stream tomorrow, man. It's gonna be some alpha bombs in that one. It's gonna be absolutely cool. We're gonna have fun with that. All right, so yeah, look at that sea of lava, but sea of green. We got the green there. Actually, a better price back up there. We're gonna move back to the. Let's go to 15 minutes. How's that look like? No, we're gonna go to the hourly chart. Let's go to hourly. There we are. This hourly chart. I'm not sure what happened to my 20-cent mark there, but that's cool. 18.8 cents, and we got our uptrend. Everything's look good. Woo-hoo! And we're going to get a massive price pump. Boom. 1.2 cents, what we need to pump our bags there. And we've got Maxi at 21.5. We've got Hedron at 11.70. Pulse Dodge coin at 2.65. P33 at 53. Pulse Dodge is at 1 cent. And IM is at 18.21. 18.21 there. We're rocking it here with the price analysis. Thanks again, Superman. Another smashing video. Woo-hoo-hoo, says J Pont. I appreciate that. Max Bonnet says a year ago we were sitting around 0.23 cents. Yeah, that's amazing. Let's actually go and check that out. Actually, we've got that I've hidden that away. We're going to close up here. We're going to go for 9 more minutes, folks. 2.5 hour live stream. 9 more minutes, so hold on to your hat. It is going to wrap out there. Going to roll. I always like to end on like our half hourlies at least. That's just the way we go. Let's jump into. I'm going to have some dinner after that. And watch some sci-fi movies. Hey, I watched Halo episode 6 yesterday. Man, it's so good. Halo is so good, man. Master Chief, what he is like perfectly cast. They passed him perfectly. I could not believe how good he is. He is so good at Master Chief. If you're into Halo games, the Halo TV series, really, really good on that. So let me know in the chat if you're into sci-fi, Halo TV 3 gaming. Now, where am I going? I'm going to a log chart there. Yeah, so we were a year ago. Is that what we were talking about? Yeah, a year ago. Let's see what the price was a year ago. Scroll on to that. 365 days. 365 days. Yeah. Well, it's got here a year ago we were at 8.3 cents, but of course just beyond a year we were definitely down. Wait a minute, where's my? We were down at 1.3 cents. So a year ago, let me just double check that again. 6.5. I was a little bit. Sorry, you were correct. We were at 2.8 cents. You were correct on that. I was reading the wrong indicator. We were at 2.8 cents. So you're absolutely right. A year ago, that's where we were at. Isn't that amazing? That's some crazy stuff right there. So what day was that? That was the, I guess the same period of time. Let's do it the other way around. That's a better time to do. So we're in May now. We want the May. What day are we? May. I've forgotten the day. May the 5th. So May the 6th. May the 6th. So that's approximately. So yeah, we're up. What's that? 579% from then still. So that's pretty impressive. Make sure we're on the right one here. So yes, almost 600% from there on the year. So that's pretty neat. Woohoo! Right, cool VIP. That was cool. 18.5 cents, a little bit of selling there. Let's see where else we're going on here. We've got J-Pon in the house with the emojis looking good. Looking smash out. Those emojis look so good. And Halo is good, says Hex Token. Yeah, I'm enjoying it's so good, man. I'm almost watching the episodes twice because they're so good. Neon says, excellent choice. What's for dinner? Superman says Hex GT. Let's see. I've been eating quite well. So I've been having fish and tuna and vegetables and things like that. So I don't know. I might get some Chinese tonight. You know, I'll just unwind while I do. Actually, Chinese is probably not too bad, right? It's not too bad. It's not like getting fast food, like real fast food, like McDonald's or KFC or something like that. Matt Bonnet in the house, V2. Woo! V2. I'm just guessing, but probably 9% of crypto people are into sci-fi. I think you might be right there, Hex God Turtle. What's about 90% of people in crypto are males too, and they love sci-fi. I've been watching you. It's Nano. You're a smart cookie, says Max Bonnet. Yeah, it's Nano, a smart cookie, all right. And we're privileged to have it's now as the foreman of the wrench gang, and of course killing it here in a Discord as well, helping a lot of people out. So very cool. We appreciate what it's now does, and of course you can see it's now on Gen Hex away Craig Wedding show. It's on there with Heinz Crypto. They often get on there and do great streams. So cool VIP, as we say, cool VIP. What's Halo streaming in New Zealand? I don't know. I don't watch New Zealand TV. I'm streaming it online. But I think that they had that on. I think I saw an advert of them advertising on one of the TV channels. I just can't remember what it was. One of the TV services. But I've been watching it online. Hey, let's look at. We've got 4 minutes to go. So let's. It's now says I think Gen Hex has reminded me just now. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. Hey, let's have a look at. We're gonna have a look at one of Richard Hart's other videos that I've got here that were recently. I'm gonna get more of these actually because they're kind of cool. No, we're gonna watch that one. Watch this one. Actually, how many others have I got here? Watch this one here. So this one here was a one he had. You guys all know this one with Alex. So let's have a look at this one. He does talk a bit of a few issues. So let's get into it.
Totals were done now. Like I could just set a date, you know, but like until those stupid sacrifice totals are finished, as soon as the sac totals are done, man, we're so close because the bridge works great. And it's got
so when the sac totals are done, what's the how much time after that? You don't just give me an estimate.
I'm trying. You want me to think about it? Give me a second.
I'll get it out of him, guys.
If we've got the event reporting and the node fixed, which I think that'll get fixed before sac totals is done, which is funny. And I think even if that event reporting was wrong, you could still go to mainnet anyway without it. Just people be missing a little bit of data that you could fix later. I mean, I got to talk to him more about that, exactly how mission critical that particular report is. I mean, look, man, once sac totals are like done and published, it feels like 2 weeks.
2 weeks after sac totals?
I mean, I'd like to be done in 4 weeks. Like I'd like mainnet to be in 4 weeks, but every time estimate I've ever given has been wrong. And I've been telling you they would be wrong ahead of time because I know how this goes. No one would have ever expected sac totals would take this long. That's supposed to be the easiest part. Like measure how much people sacrifice. That should be the easiest thing. And then you're like, wow, oddly enough, it's not. That sucks. But then the super hard stuff, like bridge, it's like it's been done forever. You're like, so a lot of times the easy stuff ends up being hard. The hard stuff ends up being easy. I mean, we're so close, man. And you can tell because the testnet works. Like you can go use it. It's been working for a long time now. It's just that like you could even if we had consensus bugs, you could fix those and patch those. But like you can't rewrite the totals. That you can't do. So we have to get the sacrifice totals right up front. And consensus bugs the network's been running too long. We're not likely to have anything like that. Yeah, so I mean 2 weeks after the sac total seems fine. But it would just the only two other things are like really just that event thing, and then like DevOps, just making sure that everything is robust, because you're going to get a lot of load. Like world's largest airdrop,
It's going to be
get
crazy.
a lot of load. You're going to get loaded up. So the people that are running servers have to be ready for like redundancy, you know. But like even if there was downtime, as long as the downtime is just a pause, no one really cares. So like in crypto, when you have a downtime, when is that most harmful? If people are leveraged up and they're going to get liquidated now unfairly because they can't add margin, they can't add collateral. That's not fair. But we're not going to have any margin trading off the bat, so that doesn't really matter. And then if people's balances like got miswritten or overwritten, that would be pretty tragic. But that's never even happened. Like that would, like in EVM chains, I don't think that's ever happened. You could say like an Eclipse attack happened on Verge that like rolled back 6 months of transactions or something. That would be like a huge rewrite problem. But then you could fork before that block anyway and keep the old state. Like I'm just going through like a parade of imaginary horribles. I don't think any of that crap's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have our fork, and I think everything's gonna run fine. But I'm not gonna be sitting in a launch party just in case. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I gotta reboot some crap. Oh man, gonna have to leave the party. Gotta see you guys. There's a million things you could do on Pulse testnet right now, and you should be doing them. Because look, man, one day I'm gonna be doing this live stream, and it's gonna be, we're up, we're live, and you're gonna be like, oh crap, now I have to learn everything. Learn it now, man, because we are close, dude. We are really, really, really close. Measuring the amount that people.
Yeah, so that was Richard's Hart video. So we played 3 of his last videos around timeline, around issues with launching sacrifice balances, but they're pretty close, man. We saw that tweet today. Check your balances is getting really, really close. So that's really, really exciting to see that. The other thing, of course, the chain is running at 3-second blocks on the testnet 2VB and V2B. And of course, when mainnet goes live, it's likely to get ramped up, just like we saw with this testnet. It's not going to be necessary 3 seconds straight away. We've got to add the validators in, and part of the staging, ramping up there. And of course, the blocks will be a bit slower until those validators come up, till we get 33 validators, and the chain will be running pretty well. There's cool stuff on that. So looking good there, folks. We're up to 2 hours and 30 minutes. Going to wrap up here. 80.5 cents at the moment. Can we look, the chart's looking really good, heading towards 20 cents. Obviously, we'll just see whether that does fulfill it at the moment, but definitely still on that uptrend on the hourly there. So we'll be watching that over the next day, I guess, to see where we get to. And bullish, 20 cents, got to break that 22 cents. We know that we've got liquidity in there. We saw that on the liquidity on Uniswap, sitting in here, making that resistance. So we're going to need a bit of buying power to move through there. But otherwise, looking really good. Excellence, can we all just call it now? Yeah. Oh, excellence choice there. That's true. Broccoli and beef is healthy. Yeah, that's true. I actually can't eat beef though. I have probably chicken or fish is kind of where I have. Genix is smart cookie too. Genix is. Craig Wadding's doing amazing on his channel. And excellent choice in there. Good interview. It was a good interview with Alex. Excellent choice is Alex Lorenzo is a good guy, and he is letting people know about Pulse, Hex, and about Hex and Pulse Hex. He doesn't want people to get wrecked. Yeah, he's definitely another decent sized YouTuber out there spreading the word. Also, remember this now. Yeah. So I've just got a couple of those good Epset videos because they are pretty neat. This shirt's going to go down in YouTube history. That's true. The load will be huge at launch. It will be. Looks like we've got another troll in there of that one, but it looks like it got dealt to. So we'll go through that. Yeah. Don't know why, man. It shows you changed it when you're live streaming for a couple of hours. How many of these bots come in there? Saturday night with Alex is joining some excellence. Oh, really? Saturday night, Alex is joining some hexagons. Oh, that's excellent. Good insight there. So if you want to see Alex again, that's going to be good. What's the estimated gap between mainnet and the bridge? 1 to 2 days, Hex GT. Although there's uncertainty about whether the third-party bridge might come in faster. That's the uncertainty there. These adult dating sites children are going to have a bright future, says Max here. Hashtag wrecked. All this adult fans, what you do after watching streams, man. JK says Hex Continental. No, I don't think so, man. Don't think so. Thanks, man. You filthy legend, says J-Pon. Woohoo, says J-Pon. We got also, yeah, boy, says J Pon. Yeah. J Pon in the house. Nice. Charlie says, hey, my people. I guess is what Charlie's saying there. Wrench Team 6 in the house. It's now. Hey, good to see you. And of course on Discord. Don't forget, if you want to get joined Discord, get in the video description and hit the link there. We've also got in there, get in here. We've got 340 members heading towards 350. And of course, if you want to subscribe to Property Review, we had Jason on earlier and another Hexkin, of course, been around for a little while, but definitely good to get his view on someone that's new to crypto and then starting to get stakes. So really, really cool on that. What else we got? Hey, Lies Beneath in the house, the latest member. Woo-hoo-hoo! Just a bow down to Lies Beneath. Welcome to the chat there. Don't forget to smash out those emojis, Lies Beneath. Man, Lies Beneath has been such a great subscriber, so I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely get in the house there. Lies Beneath has the ultimate strategy: EHEX, PHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. So if you want the ultimate strategy, that is the play. Some believer says we need bots to go random channels and promote Hex. It's true. Charlie says, Hex, hey, my MetaMask PLSX balance is 28% less than SAC balance. Will this correct on launch? No, Charlie, I would definitely, it's been moving around. Most people are pretty happy with the balances. If you are having an issue, check the latest one, the 5th of May, Charlie. So maybe you've looked at an old one. I don't know. Make sure you got the latest one, the 5th of May one. And if you have an issue, then use the ticket and there's a reporting ticket. You can post your hashes, your transaction hashes in there and get them to manually check it for you. That's my suggestion there, Charlie. Heck, got Turtle in the house there. Woo! And it's down out. Woo! Green team. Yeah. Another one in there as well. So cool. We got thanks, says Property Review. Hey, you're welcome. Great. It was great having you on, Jason. I'm sure everyone enjoyed your perspective on Hex staking. Hex on Choice says, sorry, didn't want to shill. Where I don't want to message the leader. Says excellent choice. J-Pod House with the emojis, looking good. That's now there too. Hey, now we've got some emojis. Lights Beneath with the emojis. Woo! Nice. And I'm going to post some emojis too. Celebrate. That's pretty cool. Saturday night will be about NFTs. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was going to do more on NFTs. I've talked to some teams about getting NFTs on here. I need to probably start doing. Obviously did an interview today. And I'm going to do a lot more interviews heading up into the launch. Hex Token in the house with the emojis. Woo! So cool. Welcome, of course, to Lies Beneath as the latest member. Don't forget, Lies Beneath, get into Discord if you're not in there already. I think you're already in there, actually. Let me know. Actually, I'll just find your name there. Let me have a look here. Lies Beneath. Cool. Let's go find Lies Beneath. I'm not sure if you're in there, actually. I'm not sure where you are on the. Maybe you're up here somewhere. Lies Beneath. Yeah, just leave a comment on there and I'll be able to upgrade your name to Hex Token channel member status on here somewhere. I thought I saw you in here somewhere earlier today. Maybe we're wrong about that. Was it a non-crypto? I'm not sure. But definitely hit me up in the main chat there and I will upgrade your name to Hex Token membership. Cool. All right, let's jump away here. We've got a couple other comps. I'm going into my shell now. Ran out of turtle power tonight. Hey, Hex got to appreciate it. Anyone interested in Tinder? Lol, that's excellent choice. Hey, remember it's a family show. That excellent choice. Just remember that excellent choice. So we try to keep it out of that sort of stuff. All right, we're going to wrap up here. Good night, everybody. And excellent, nice one. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And we're going to jump over the Hex price. Hex price on the closing. Currently 18.5 cents. Woo-hoo-hoo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. I will see you in the next one. And of course, welcome to our latest member. It's Lies Beneath. The truth is in the house. All right, take care. Have a good one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. 2 more live streams. That's how we roll here. It's going to be really, really, really cool. Thanks for the stream, says Pulsechain. Hey, you're welcome. And too late. It's not about the need for you. It's about the need for this channel. You may be the only one someday when the bots show up. It says Lies Beneath. So cool. Let me have a jump on here. Bam. And Lies Beneath. You just become a moderator. Welcome to you. Woo-hoo-hoo! So awesome stuff. Thanks for the stream. Take care. Well done. And welcome to the moderator team as well as being a channel member. Very, very cool. All right. Bye for now. Take care. See you.